2nd and goal. Fake handoff, Flugie. Devereaux's going to keep it and get in the end zone.
It's time for live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Coverage is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage is also brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Now let's go to the stadium for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
There's Galvin, a diving catch, touchdown, Panthers, 30 yards. Hello and welcome everyone to Friday Night Football here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight we are at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl for a Big 9 contest between the Eisenhower Cadets and the Wenatchee Panthers. I'm Grant Olson. Great to have you along. Joining me, as always, my broadcast partner, Eric Granstrom. We'll have Brandon Harley in here in a bit, but all three of us here tonight, and it's fun to be at the Apple Bowl anytime.
Absolutely, and apologies for being a little bit late with our pregame show. It's not our fault. It's actually the DOT's fault, maybe?
Maybe some planning issues?
Planning, that too.
Yeah.
Eisenhower's bus got stuck in the I-90 Vantage project, and so they got here just a little bit ago. So they're having to warm up frantically and remember to put their tape on and their uniforms on and all those accoutrements as they get ready to take on a Big 9 opener for both teams tonight, Grant.
And, you know, Eric, our situation tonight is a lot like it was last weekend at Eastmont. It's a team that we really don't know a whole bunch about. A new staff, a new team, so we're going to get into some of that in a bit, but it's a different kind of feeling around here. And you mentioned that to me. Even going to their practices, it's just different right now.
Yeah, there's only two coaches that remain on the staff for the Wenatchee Panthers. It's Taylor Mitchell, who's now the head coach. He was their defensive backs coach a year ago under Scott Devereaux, who was here for 29 years, I think, or something like that. And then Dave Jagla. He's the only one that came back on the staff. Everybody else is new, including a guy we recognize for calling his games here with the Wenatchee Panthers, Darius Darius Carlson. And Darius, I mean, it's good to have that energy. And from the moment I stepped on the field when they were practicing back in August, you could feel there was a difference.
Oh, man, he brings the energy. I was watching him out here in warm-ups. I think he shook the hand of every player on the team at least once, maybe twice. So he's bringing that energy here. Ike, on the other hand, they've struggled the past few years, and they did win a 1-1, lost one so far this year, so they do have a win under their belt. We might see a little different Ike team here tonight, too. I know they like to run the ball, so we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, we'll get into the specifics of that when we bring Brandon Harley onto the broadcast. I don't know about you, Grant, but are you ready for some football? We are here on the NCWLIFE Channel, so don't go away. More of the pregame show right after this.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel in preparation for the Eisenhower Wenatchee Big 9 matchup tonight. Brandon Harley now joining Eric and I. And Brandon, you were here last week, saw the Mount Si game with Wenatchee. A slow start, to say the least, in the first half, but they looked like a different team in the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, they looked a lot more comfortable. They got back to running the ball effectively and then passing off the run and controlling the ball a little bit, playing some stout defense.
And we're talking about a Mount Si team that's probably going to make the state playoffs, so that was a pretty good big test for the Panthers in only their second game.
Sure, they're in that really tough Kinco League, and they always got a battle. So if you hang with Mount Si, you know you're in a good position.
And Eric, we talked about earlier that it's a new look Wenatchee team. Ryan Branham, the quarterback, it's going to be kind of on his shoulders to get this offense going tonight, but they're going to like to run the ball.
Well, and Brian told me we're going to talk to Brian on the pregame show coming up, as well as Coach Mitchell. But Brian told me that the first game down at Lake City, their running back they're counting on, Matheson, he locked up in the second half. He had cramps. There's a bunch of guys with cramps. He couldn't even carry the ball. And last week, Finn was able to come out here and ran the ball effectively. And he said, what a big difference it makes. And Brandon, that's a key part too, is to take the pressure off a young quarterback like that.
Sure. Anytime you have that running game to establish the team, it gives you an identity with the offensive line. It makes people feel more comfortable. Gets a flow to the game, and then you can throw off that, give the quarterback some confidence.
And speaking of running game, Ike provides plenty of that. Yeah. Over 300 yards rushing in their first two games, so we're going to see a lot of ground attack from Ike tonight.
This could be, I don't want to say it, I don't want to jinx it, but it could be a quick game.
Yeah, when you put it in my face,
yeah. Running the ball with no incompletions,
right? Yeah.
Clock, it could be a quick game. And consider we're going to start late. That might be a good thing for a lot of people.
And that would benefit Ike as well. They want to make sure that they control the clock and make the game a little bit shorter.
Well, a kid that we've watched over several years now with Eisenhower is Moses Spurrier. He is the straw that stirs their drink for sure, and he obviously would like to run the football more than he'd like to throw the football. 223 yards on 24 carries, couple of touchdowns on the ground. And like we said, both teams rather run it than pass it.
Yeah, it's a unique look. They almost have single wing, old school football this time. I've seen a little bit of the footage, and again, to use his strengths is his athleticism. Keep him on the ground, keep the clock running, don't turn the ball over, and then see how the Panthers can respond to that.
And Eric, you had a chance to talk to Coach Mitchell and the Wenatchee quarterback.
Yes, so we're going to have that on the pregame show as we continue, as we get ready for kickoff. Late kickoff tonight, 7:15 with a kick, with Eisenhower getting here a little bit late, thanks to our friends with the DOT. We'll take a break and come back, and we do have Coach Mitchell. We do have Ryan Branham as we continue with the pregame show coming up from the Apple Bowl on the NCWLIFE Channel.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can use this lifetime warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel, getting a chance to talk with Taylor Mitchell, head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers. Taylor, 2 games in, you had 2 tough non-league opponents. Talk about Mount Si, and I know it was a much better second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Proud of the way the kids responded in the second half. I thought we played really clean football. Defensively, I thought we played a great second half, only gave up 7 points. Yeah. Offensively, we cleaned things up, didn't have any turnovers. Were able to put it in the end zone. Drove the ball, ran the ball really well. But I think our team's battle tested. I think we had 2 of the toughest non-league opponents, of our league. Mount Si is a really good football team. They'll be in the state tournament, at the end of the year. So super proud of the way that our kids competed. Made some, errors there in the first half, some turnovers, gave them a few short fields, which ended up costing us. But again, I thought we ran the ball really well, which is what we've been wanting to do. Got things cleaned up in the second half. And so now let's put 4 quarters together now that we're getting into league play.
Well, talk about that confidence of that second half and how that can leak into this week and tonight against Eisenhower.
Yeah, I think huge confidence builder for our kids. Running the ball, we had some really nice pass plays there in the second half. I think our kids understand that we faced 2 really good opponents, and I think our kids are fired up. Be back in the Apple Bowl, get rolling with our league schedule, because all of the goals that we set as a football team were focus on our league. Sure. Again, we're battle tested and we're ready to get rolling with Eisenhower tonight.
Talk about this matchup. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, good football team, really athletic quarterback. So I know defensively we got to keep their quarterback in the pocket. Their offense revolves around him. He wants to be able to run the football. So linebackers and up front with our D-line, we got to keep him in the pocket and we got to tackle. I think if we do that, force him to pass the football, we should be able to make some plays, I think. And offensively, it's same mindset the last 2 weeks. Let's be able to run the football, balanced offense. Take what they're giving us in the passing game and let our guys make plays.
We're going to talk to your quarterback coming up here on the pregame show. Tell us about what he's brought to the table since you told him, hey, last summer you're going to be the guy.
Yeah, I thought, again, he's improved from our preseason, week 1 to week 2. Saw a big improvement there also. Stretching the field vertically, I thought looked good last week. We were there in the fourth quarter. It was a 2-possession game, and he threw a couple just beautiful footballs down the football field and just hit off receivers' hands. It's like, hey, if we make that play, it's a 1-possession football game mid to late in the fourth quarter, and that's all you can ask for when you're playing against good opponents is be in those games in the third, fourth quarter. And so I think he's done an awesome job, and we're going to need to hit those deep passes as we play Ike tonight and as we get into our league schedule. But I think he's doing a nice job of taking care of the football, and I think we're going to make things a little bit easier on him also, and get the ball out quick, let our receivers make some plays tonight.
Health-wise, how are you? I know you second half of that Lake City game, you lost some guys with cramping and stuff like that. Otherwise, health-wise, how are you?
We're good. Yeah, we're healthy. Last week, less issues with the cramping. Our starting running back, Finn Matheson, had 28 carries last week. So he wouldn't be able to do that if he was cramping in the second half. So, we're healthy, and which is super important for us, with a smaller senior group. But, our kids are ready to play.
Well, keep everybody healthy tonight, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. Sounds good. Thank
there
you.
You go. Taylor Mitchell joining us here on the pregame show. We'll talk with Ryan Branham, who is the QB for the Panthers. Coming up next as we continue with the pregame as Wenatchee gets ready to take on Ike here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for Ike and Wenatchee, and talking to the quarterback here, Ryan Branham. Ryan, talk about your off season, and when did you know you were going to be the guy to do the signal calling for Wenatchee?
So off season, put a ton of work in. Summer, every day, working on, reading defenses and all that, just bettering skills. I knew that I was going to be starting probably about team camp. Okay. It was kind of up in the air until then, and then team camp hit, and I was kind of the guy and got my confidence up and everything else. So yeah.
Aside from confidence, did that change anything for you, or you just continue? Okay, I've worked to this far, and I got here because of that work, or how'd that come out? Yeah,
it was definitely all the work that I put in, just kind of trusting that. I haven't had a ton of confidence in the past years, just being the backup and all. Sure. But this year, culture's changed a lot. We're performing pretty well, so yeah, pretty confident.
Well, we saw you injected in a few games last year because Dev got kind of banged up a couple of times, got a head shot. So what do you draw from those experiences as you play on Friday nights here this season?
It kind of gave me a taste of what to expect. A lot of those I got in against Eastmont and then our playoff game against Kamaikan, and so pretty high pressure games, which is good for me. Now it's pretty easy to deal with the pressure.
Has the game slowed down for you at all?
Oh yeah. All summer it kind of just got slower and slower. Yeah. So feeling really confident, able to see the field.
You guys had a couple of tough non-league games. Now you get ready for Eisenhower tonight. It's a Big 9 opener. Talk about what you want to accomplish and what you guys think you can do tonight.
Yeah, well, those preseason games definitely set us up, especially Mount Si. And I mean, if we perform like we did against Mount Si, I think it'll be an easy game for us.
You think so?
Yeah, we're gonna run the ball and pass it quite a bit, and we're gonna score a lot. So.
I know that talking with the coach before the season started, that Taylor said, hey, we're going to run the ball. We're going to have Finn run the ball. We're going to have lean on that offensive line. Do you see that coming together for you?
Yeah, yep. We've been able to kind of lean more on the run to set up the pass game. Lake City, Finn Matheson was out, and it kind of, messed things up for us a little bit because we had to go strictly to the pass game. Right. So, yeah, having that run and pass game there is definitely good.
Talk about what you like to do when you have any free time, if you have any free time.
Yeah, so I have a lot of free time right now because I'm doing run start, so I haven't started school yet.
Okay.
I'm in the cages for baseball a lot, working on that. I go to the gym almost every day, and I mean, yeah, I just get ready for practice.
How important is that for you to be a multi-sport guy when it comes to football and being the quarterback?
Oh, it's super important to me. I think just being an all-around athlete and being able to do a lot of different things, I mean, helps you with any sport. So, yeah.
What do you want to do after high school?
I'm looking to play college baseball right now. That could change. I haven't done a ton of recruiting for baseball or for football. So, yeah, right now it's more looking like baseball.
So you're a pitcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you have to worry at all about your pitching arm when you're chucking the football downfield?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to balance the two, different throwing motions and everything. And I have to stay in the cages, keep my arm ready for baseball. But, yeah.
Because that's a whole different technique, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because you want to keep your hand and arm under the ball with football, where baseball you're coming up over the top a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Well, talk about this Eisenhower game and what it's going to come down to. I mean, what do you guys need to do to get your first dub?
Yeah, we need to be consistent. No ups and downs like we've had in the past couple games. Last game, first half was a little bit of a rough start, and then second half was a lot better. And, yeah, so I think if we be consistent with both the run and pass and don't overcomplicate things, we'll be just fine.
All right, well, best of luck this season tonight, and we'll see you down the road, okay?
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Ryan Branham joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back, get the starting lineups, and get you kickoff next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $1,800.
In the booth high above Lee Bofto Field, while Eric Granstrom will be roaming the sidelines tonight to give us a pretty cool perspective. We did this a couple of times last year, Brandon, and it was a lot of fun having Eric down there. Excuse me.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me back. I enjoyed coming up here and calling the game with you and having Eric down there. It is fun to have a three-way
Absolutely. You know, if there's an injury or maybe something going on with the coach, he gets us a little bit of insight there, and that's going to be really cool. So looking forward to that. And nice night for football here at the Apple Bowl. That's for sure. I love these kind of late summer, early fall games. The weather is just perfect.
Right, no excuses. Everything just is a great night for football, for especially high school football.
A little bit of a breeze tonight, Grant.
It is a bit of a breeze tonight. We'll see how that affects the passing game, I guess, anyway, of both these teams, even though we talked in the pregame show earlier that Yeah, they're going to pass a little bit, but I think run is going to be the number one priority tonight.
Yeah, you got to keep
Brandon.
the ball on the ground for both teams to establish success. But I think one of the things we didn't talk about is, and Ike in particular for years has really struggled on special teams. So I would be on the lookout for some things, some miscues and forced errors on Ike, and hopefully the Panthers can take advantage of that.
And, you know, we talked at quarterback Ryan Branham, his real first year. He came in a little bit as cleanup roles, I guess, when Devereaux would come out or maybe he was injured. So he hasn't had a lot of playing experience. Has these 2 games under his belt now against 2 really good football teams.
Yeah.
How does that build his confidence going into this one?
Well, any first-time varsity athlete comes in, the speed of the game is just fast, and it takes time. You know, you can't replicate that in practice. The lights of the Apple Bowl, the crowd there, the band, the noise, the pressure that goes with that. You just can't all factor that in practice. So you gotta play games, and the more games you play, the less that impacts you.
And you know, Branham so far this season, 28 of 50 in his 2 games for 314 yards. I mean, that's not terrible. There were games last year where they had 70 total yards passing or 80. So, I mean, he's doing it 150 yards a clip so far this season. So they don't rely totally on Matheson and the ground game. So we're going to see him put it up a little bit. And he's a big kid. I'm guessing he has a pretty good arm.
Yeah, he does have that. And obviously sometimes you have to sling it around a little bit more when you're behind, and depending on the game type. So unfortunately for quarterbacks, sometimes the games that they have the least stats are the ones you run the ball the most, and that's what you really want to have, and you're more effective that way.
And we talked about Finn Matheson, kind of some issues that first game over in Coeur d'Alene. He had 17 carries, 38 yards in that game, but then last week, all the way up to 27 carries in that game against Mount Si, ends up with 145 yards rushing. So I think that's probably the Wenatchee, that's the team they're capable of being this year.
Yeah, really lean on Finn, that senior running back, ground up the clock, ground up yards, play action pass off that makes Ryan even more effective quarterback that way.
Do want to thank our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. Also online at www.alpineair.net. We will take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and take a look at tonight's starting lineups and more from the Apple Bowl as NCWLIFE's coverage of Big 9 football continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Thank you for trusting Appy's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Appy's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, bacon, and cheddar. Yep, everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook You Measure on NCWLIFE.
It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
We are back at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl as our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and we are in a bit of a delay as the cadets come back out onto the field. They were held up in that bridge construction that's going on near Vantage, and so that got the cadets here just a little bit late tonight. So we're about 5 minutes or so away from kickoff. Let's take a look now, Brandon, at tonight's starting lineup, and how about the defenders for the Panthers?
Starting up front on the defensive line for the Panthers are all three seniors: James Butler, Austin Vanderkoy, and Gabe Patterson. At the linebacker spots, you see Albert Topete, a senior, Logan Lamb, a senior, sophomore Matt Wilson, and junior Michael Mahuka. The cornerbacks for the Panthers are Martin Diaz, a senior, and junior first-year football player Stowe McGinnis. And in the back of the safety field is Ben Cook, senior, and Griffin Butler, a sophomore.
So what'd you see out of this defense last week, Brandon? I know they gave up some points, but playing a very good team, and they gave up most of those points in the first half. So they must have come around a lot like the offense did in that second half.
Yeah, we mentioned in the beginning segment there just the speed of the game. You can't replicate that, especially against a team like Mount Si who has heavy RPO, very aggressive passing tendencies. And that ball comes up fast, and you're just not ready for it. You can't replicate that in practice. So it takes a half sometimes to catch up.
And as far as starters for Ike, we did not get that, but we do know most of their specialty players, and they include Grayson Sartain. He's a starting running back, a senior, 5'8", 150 pounds. Also, John Marcus Cunningham has had a nice season in his first two games. He's a running back, 5'8", 190 pounds. Lawrence Joliffe is also a receiver, another senior, 5'11", 140 pounds. Moses Spurrier is the quarterback, and Eric touched on that a little bit in our pregame show. Very talented athlete, 5'11", 190 pounds, and not afraid to tuck it in and run it either, Brandon. We probably see that tonight. And also at wide receiver is Isaac Sanchez, another senior. He is 6'2", 160 pounds. Here's tonight's national anthem. All right, here we are, Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl on a beautiful late September night here in the Wenatchee Valley. It's the Eisenhower Cadets and the Wenatchee Panthers. And Eric, one thing that jumps out as I'm looking down at the field is that the Panthers have almost twice as many players suited up as the Cadets.
Yeah, there's quite an advantage there, and that's something that Coach Taylor Mitchell was really happy about, was the fact that he had so many numbers turn out this year for football. When they first started back in August, they had over 100 guys that were turning out for football, and that's by far and away more than they've had in quite a while. As the captains get ready to come onto the field and get ready for a coin toss here, our head referee tonight, as we've had several times in the past, is Dennis Brandstetter. So he will introduce himself to the captains here as we get them all straight. Number 30 for Wenatchee is Finn Matheson. They expect to have him carry the load tonight. James Butler is next to him, number 88. 62 is Gabriel Patterson. 44 for the Panthers is Logan Lamb. As they get everybody situated here, I think they want to go highest to shortest. Also, captain is Austin Vanderkoy. And the final captain is Martin Diaz. So we make sure that the other sideline is ready to go as we walk out with our officiating crew. I'll get you the rest of the names coming up here in just a minute here, Grant.
All right.
As we get ready for kickoff tonight. I was watching the field goal tries by the Ike kicker, and I'll tell you what, he was having some problems into that wind.
Well, Brandon kind of mentioned special teams being an issue for Ike over these past years, and that might be one of them tonight, especially with the wind, as you mentioned, Eric.
All right, Eisenhower, you got the choice here. So, here we have an apple and we have a pear. Which one would you like?
I'll go with pear.
What did he say? He said a pear. That is correct. Okay. If I drop it, we're going to do it again. You going to call it a pear?
Defer.
It's an apple. You've won the toss. You're going to defer. Okay.
So Wenatchee won the toss. They will defer to the second half. And that is your coin toss. By the way, our officiating crew for tonight, as I mentioned, our head referee is Dennis Brandstetter. The umpire is Jeff Gatewood. The head linesman, Steve Morgan. The line judge is Kirk Lyons. And the back judge is Rob Tidd.
All right, thank you very much. So the Panthers will kick it off first here in the first half and will receive the kick in the second half. Panthers, of course, in their home purples, trimmed in gold, and Ike on the road with their red and whites tonight. No blue on those uniforms for Ike tonight. These are new ones, aren't they?
Yeah, I haven't seen this look before.
I haven't either.
I call those announcer-friendly colors.
Oh, aren't they? It's those black uniforms for Wenatchee with those dark purple numbers that are really tough, that's for sure. All right, so the Panthers take the field, and we're just about set to get going here on this Friday night from the Apple Bowl. Great to have you along on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Well, Grant, I taped up tonight, but I got a shoe problem. I gotta adjust my shoe before kickoff here.
Okay, we'll give you some time for that, Eric. Decent crowd on hand here at the Apple Bowl tonight, as you would expect. Big 9 matchup, and it's nice to get back into the conference schedule, isn't it? The non-conference are nice. You kind of see what your team's got, what you can do, but now it's for real.
Yeah, you definitely feel it in practice. The week before your actual conference game starts, it feels a little more tight. You know, I mean, everybody's nervous the first couple games. They're not scrimmages for sure. Obviously, you want to win the games, but you forget the non-conference and you move on. And this is what it's for. You want to play for the playoffs.
Absolutely. Here. Back deep for Ike is Gabriel Polito Torres, number 8, one of the deep men. Also back there is Gunnar Carey. He's only a sophomore at 140 pounds. Kicking, or I should say, that's Panthers for the. I'll get it straight. Ike is Willis Hopkins, number 6, and Damian Gutierrez. Back deep to return for the Cadets. Kicking it off for the Panthers is Anthony Garcia.
And we'll find out right away what the wind does to this kickoff, since the wind is at his back.
Panthers moving right to left there, the first half on your screen. And we are underway here from the Apple Bowl. Low line drive kick. And it's taken by Hopkins, who bobbles it a little bit. Now wheels back around up the middle of the field. Then is hammered down at the 15-yard line. Nice tackle made by Logan Lamb, one of the captains, 6 foot, 195-pound senior.
Yeah, you like to see that on the opening kickoff. One of your leaders on defense coming down, make a nice, clean hit. Set the tone early.
Boy, it was.
Yeah, you got that right, Brandon. Just a tone setter to get that first little snot bubble to come out on a Friday night, and now we're ready for some football.
Yeah, with some great field position too.
So Ike will have it first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line as Moses Spurrier brings the offense out. Spurrier, number 10, decent-sized quarterback himself, 5'11", 190 pounds. He's got Grayson Sartain back there with him. Shotgun formation as the Cadets.
Actually, Cunningham in the backfield.
Oh, it is Cunningham. 2 wideouts to the right side, 1 to the left. There's Spurrier. Handoff goes to Cunningham. Wrapped up immediately. Maybe a couple of yard gain. Once again, it's Logan Lamb from his linebacker position with the stop.
Nice little inside run. You got to keep an eye on that quarterback. He's reading our weak side end to see if he can pull and run a little bit with that. You might see that a little bit throughout the game from him.
Also, nice job by Luke Flugie at the nose guard position to kind of just make a body and stop a couple of players in the hole.
Same formation, 2 to the right, receivers that is, 1 left. Cunningham in the backfield, had the first carry, 3-yard gain, so 2nd down and 7 for Eisenhower. Spurrier barks out the orders to the left side of his line. Now he's going to keep it. Wanted the middle of the field, took it outside, and there's Lamb again at the 20-yard line, 1-yard gain. What a start for Lamb tonight. Boy, he's a player. Logan Lamb, the senior.
Yeah, he's coming out on fire tonight. That's just a little QB lead. We've seen that a little bit from their film prior to tonight's game. Running back lead, quarterback tried to follow. The gap was plugged up, and he tried to bounce outside where Logan was.
Also good job by Benjamin Cook on the corner on that side. He threw his receiver away and was there to back up Lamb if he didn't make the tackle.
Cadets trips right this time. As Spurrier in shotgun on this 3rd down and 5. 10:28 just underway first quarter. Here's Spurrier back to pass for the first time. In some trouble, and it's Butler, the defensive end, wraps him up for a 5-yard loss back to the 15.
Really good contain by the defensive line of the Panthers there, keeping him in the pocket, and when he tried to scramble out, right into the arms of James.
Good size defensive end and tight end. 6'3", 230 pounds is Butler, and he had all of Spurrier that time. And this should give the Panthers some excellent field position, as Ike will be punting it from about their 5-yard line.
Going to keep an eye on their long snapper here.
Here's the punt, a wobbler. Takes a sideline trajectory and goes right out of bounds at the Ike sideline, and that is going to give the Panthers just some outstanding field position. With 9:40 left to go here in this first quarter, and the Panthers will touch the ball for the first time tonight.
Well, and that's something that Wenatchee's not had the ability to get going, is a good start. Down at Lake City, had some problems offensively, had some problems hanging on to the football last week against Mount Si, had some problems out of the gate. But what a much better start here tonight, at least on special teams and the defense. Let's see if the offense can follow.
Branham in shotgun, 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Matheson in the backfield. Kind of a busted play, and Branham is forced to keep it, and he does get a positive yard out of it, but that was a broken play on first down.
Branham shaking up on the play.
Oh boy, he's holding his left arm down there, it looks like, Eric. He does get up, still kind of favoring that left arm. He's in some pain, there's no doubt about that. Now he's back down on the field.
I don't know if it's an arm or a leg.
Oh, he is grabbing his leg now. You're right, Eric. Boy, how unfortunate is that on the first play of the game.
Brandon, the snap didn't look like it was too bad, but it kind of went to his opposite shoulder where he wanted to hand the football off to.
Yeah, I was keying on the line play to see what it was going to be, a power play to the left, and you see the broken play and Ryan running to the right. So, yeah, it didn't look too poor of a snap. Let's just hope that it's just a little boo-boo and nothing worse.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. As quarterback Ryan Branham now gets to his feet.
He thinks he's staying in the game, but sorry, son, you got to come out for a play. So that brings in, I believe, Faustino
Hartman, number 43.
Faustino Hartman, I believe, is their quarterback, their backup quarterback now.
Listed as a linebacker here, Brandon. He's a sophomore.
Without a sticker on his helmet, I don't think, yeah.
We're going to see an air display here.
Pretty good odds that Finn's going to get the ball in his hands here.
All right, so Hartman now will take the shotgun snap. There's the handoff to Finn Matheson. Tries the left side, gets a block over there, and almost first down yardage. A nice run. It didn't look like much, and gets about 9 out of it, close to that first down.
James Butler on the tight end wing position there. Had a nice seal on the edge, and you got good blocking by Ben Cook out there at the receiver position.
Cook did a great job. That seal up there on the end. All right, 3rd down and short now for the Panthers. About a yard to go. They need to get to the 20-yard line.
Your man is back in there at quarterback.
Yep, Branham back in. Handoff. It's Matheson. Lots of room right up the middle. First down and more all the way down to the Ike 13-yard line. Gain of 8 on that carry for Matheson.
That's just a nice inside zone run play there. Big gap, and Ryan hit the gas, and not Ryan, Finn hit the gas right through there.
I like his burst of speed once he gets to that line of scrimmage. First down, Panthers. Ball at the Eisenhower 13-yard line. No score. 8:06 left to go first quarter. Here's Branham. He's going to roll out to the right. He has a receiver, Martin Diaz, but really nowhere to go. Does get to the 15, or I should say the 10-yard line. So gain of 3 on that play.
Good job by Eddie Herrera stretching that gain out for Eisenhower defensively. By the way, the Cadets are without Machuca right now. Daniel came out after that running play by Matheson to pick up the first down. He was dinged up on the play. That's a huge loss for the Cadets.
Second down and 7. Panthers. Matheson in the backfield with Branham. Gets the handoff up the middle. Keeps those legs moving. Gets to the 5 and maybe inside the 5. Now they're going to mark him at the 5-yard line. So a gain of 5 on that carry for Matheson. And that's going to bring up another 3rd and short for the Panthers.
Got to go hurry up here. Get up to the line quick. Get him in the...
3rd down and 2. Matheson again has the first down. Spins into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Nice looking power play. Coach Mitchell sees that we have the advantage there with the guard center combo around that. He's run that several times in a row now. And there you go. There's our there's the result.
Panthers take an early lead, 6-0. Had some great field position, and that helped on this drive.
Credit Hector Ruiz as well as Tony Gonzalez on the block on the right side to help spring him into the end zone.
All right, time for the extra point try. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good for the Panthers with 7:06 left to go in the first quarter. It's Wenatchee 7 and Eisenhower nothing. We're back in 60 seconds.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
7:06 left first quarter. Panthers up 7-0. Here's the kick now by Garcia, and it's an onside kick, and Ike does recover it at about the 42.5-yard line. Almost got it right there, as Eisenhower now will have some good field position for their second drive of the night.
It's a good call. We get your, when you score early, you want to put the defense, the kickoff return on their heels a little bit. You surprise with that after a quick score. Why not roll the dice a little bit and see how the defense
like it.
plays?
I like the call. You bet.
Something that Wenatchee saw on film, where the front men on the return team were not quite waiting for the ball to get kicked and were turning and running back to defend on the kickoff return, and so why not?
First down and 10, Cadets. Moses Spurrier in shotgun, looks to the sideline for the play. In the backfield with him, it looks like Cunningham is back there. A lot of seniors on this offense for Eisenhower. Here's Spurrier, hands it off. It's Cunningham right side, breaks that first tackle, keeps the legs moving, and turns it into a pretty nice run, a gain of about 4 past the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen him run in the past. He is a bowling ball. He's only 5'8", but he's 190 pounds. A lot of that weight down around the thighs, and he can rumble.
Boy, you saw it there, Eric. That's for sure. Kept those legs moving.
Yeah, he got low.
Second down and 7 now, Cadets. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Spurrier now fills his teammates in on the play as the Cadets get ready to go with 6:20 left in this fairly quick moving first quarter. Here's the snap. Spurrier, handoff. Cunningham rumbles through the right side of that offensive line. He's going to be about a half a yard short of a first down, but another nice 6-yard run for Cunningham.
Ike going with their own power play. You see the left guard pull around and pin our linebacker in, allowing Cunningham to get that 6-yard.
And I notice they're playing with a little tempo now too, Brandon. Of course, it takes a while to get that play off, but
very rarely do they huddle. They'll always call it at the line of scrimmage.
Spurrier's going to keep it. Quarterback keeper to try and get that first down. He does, and more into Panther territory down to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, you being an old offensive coach, how many times do you see the quarterback go up and talk to his offensive line and have it not be a running play? Isn't he typically just giving the line, okay, you know, it's a run, this is what we're going to do?
In high school, it's probably a little more run-based for sure. You're not Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning out there calling the whole thing.
First and 10 now for Eisenhower in Panther territory at the 43-yard line. One receiver in this offensive set to the right side. Here's Cunningham, and boy, he's wrapped up right away by the Panthers. It looked like Michael Mahuka.
Yep.
He's a 5'7", 172-pound junior outside linebacker. No gain on that, and it'll be second down and 10.
Good job by the interior of the Panther front line there to keep that whole squeeze, forcing that run outside where Michael was able to seal it off.
The Cadets stack things up on the left side of the line. On this second down and 10, Spurrier shotgun. Looks right, goes to the only receiver in the offensive set, and it's enough for a first down. Needed 10, got 12, and a nice pitch and catch to Isaac Sanchez. And that's first down for the Cadets as they continue their march down the field.
Simple hitch route there, a little extended 7-8 yard hitch. Caught it, got a couple more yards for the first down.
Yeah, Martin Diaz over there on the coverage on the corner on that side. He started turning and turned his head and ran downfield and didn't realize the guy stopped.
Playing cover 3 over there, so
Sanchez a big target out there at 6'2" also. Handoff, Cunningham, left side. Initial hit, Austin Vanderkooy, a defensive end, senior for the Panthers. No gain on that, right back to the 30-yard line.
I don't know how much you can see on film on the TV there, but the Ike line is starting to spread their splits out a little bit to try to get some different angles, different looks. You'll see them actually shift. Usually you see receivers or tight ends move a little bit. Occasionally the O-line here will do this for
interesting. Eisenhower. Sanchez, the big 6'2" receiver, split out right side. Martin Diaz, definite height disadvantage at 5'8". in that coverage on Sanchez. Here's Spurrier now on this second down and 7. Handoff, fake to Cunningham. Spurrier's going to keep it. Butler isn't going to catch him. Spurrier gets inside the 10 down to around the 8-yard line. 20 yards on that run. And Ike is inside the Panther 10.
Yeah, tough position for Martin Diaz, a corner playing lockdown man. Receiver outside releases and runs, and the quarterback is running with where he would have been, and he doesn't have any idea because he's playing man coverage.
That is a tough assignment for Diaz tonight. First and goal now for the Cadets. The ball at the Panther 9-yard line. Spurrier, Cunningham. It's been the two of them here on this drive, and a pass to Sanchez, but here's another run down to the 5-yard line, and that's a gain of 4 yards. Second down and goal from the 5 as Cunningham heads to the sideline.
Brandon, you talked about those splits. That certainly is giving them the advantage on those angles for sure.
I think they're tightening up a little closer. They get to the goal line. You'll see the gaps, and you got a sniffer back here, number 3. Oh.
Grayson Sartain now comes in at running back. Cunningham a bit of a breather here on this second down and goal for the Cadets. Spurrier looks right, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to keep it left side, use that speed, and just go right into the end zone. Touchdown, Eisenhower. Spurrier used his speed there and got that 5 yards, no problem for the Cadets.
He was looking to throw to the wide receiver on the right. He was going to throw a fade, but he stopped, he ran a 5-yard hitch.
Panthers defensively on that left defensive side also brought pressure that way. So just a solo play by Spurrier there to scamper back the other way, see he had some green grass, and take it in for the score.
It's too bad, too, because Martin over there in the corner had him locked up. The receiver didn't run the right route, and so he just tucked it and ran.
Jordan Rios on for the point after try now for the Cadets to tie this one up. Here's the kick, and it's right through the middle and good. 1 minute, 59 seconds left to go first quarter. We're all tied up at the Apple Bowl. Cadets 7, the Panthers 7. Back in 60 seconds.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
That Eisenhower scoring drive, 9 plays, 57 yards, took 5 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock. 5-yard touchdown run by Moses Spurrier. The point after try by Rios, good. And we are all tied up now at 7-7 here late in this first quarter. Rios set to kick it off for the Cadets. Back for the Panthers, Martin Diaz, one of the return men. Catch that other number over there, Brandon, but
is it Martin? I think it's Martin.
Yeah, Martin Diaz is number 2.
And I'm trying to see it for you, Grant. I think it's number 5. Josiah Walker, maybe?
No, I don't.
Or is it 15?
Okay, here's the kick.
15
by Rios. And it's taken by Benjamin Cook, the wide receiver, and he's got an open field right side. He could take it 30-10. Touchdown, Panthers. Benjamin Cook.
Last week, Ben got a personal foul for a big spike in the end zone, and he just faked it right there and said, no, no, no.
I believe he caught it around the 18-yard line. 82 yards unofficially for Benjamin Cook, and just like that, the Panthers retake the lead. That'll energize a crowd real quick.
We'll talk about that too, Brandon, because that's a set. You know, you say return right, for example.
Right.
Explain how that works.
Right. So obviously looking at film, like you said earlier, Eric, you look at tendencies on where you can attack on a return. So Coach Mitchell said, let's go return right. And that's why when the ball was kicked to Ben, you didn't see him just take off vertically straight up. He tucked it in, got to the middle of the field, and they just had that wall to the right. And there you go.
Okay, Ryan Branham, the quarterback, is the holder.
Watch the snap here. Last one was low.
Kick is up, and the kick by Noongary.
Yeah, that's the new kicker.
New kicker, it's good. And the Panthers with 1:46, just like that, lead it 14-7. Back to the Apple Bowl in 60 seconds. Stay with us.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
All right, as we get ready for the kickoff here, the ball falls off the tee. A bit breezy, as Eric mentioned. Not terrible out there tonight, but just enough breeze. Minute 46 left to go, first quarter. It's 14-7.
It's really mussing up my hair. I mean, must be real.
Andrew Noongary again to kick it off for the Panthers. Big, booming, high kick into the end zone and out of the end zone.
I was going to say, you said a new kicker when he hit that extra point. That ball about put a hole in the scoreboard here at Lee Bofto Field for the Apple Bowl.
He was a little amped up. It was a great job of, special teams coach Brian Higgins at Wenatchee High School here. He's worked really hard to get the special teams ready to go, and that's a nice little payoff there for that hard work.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Call Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate for all your real estate needs in Central Washington at 509-888-8887 as the Cadets make their way out onto the field with a minute 46 now left to go in this first quarter. The Cadets will have it at their own 20-yard line. Went 57 yards and 9 plays on their last possession and scored a touchdown. So we'll see if the Cadets can keep that momentum going here on offense. Spurrier in shotgun. Cunningham out there with him. Two receivers to the right. Here's the handoff up the middle. Right into the arms of Lamb. And I think that was Sartain that time on the carry. Does pick up about 5 yards on first down. It'll bring up second down and 5.
It's another downhill zone run, trying to penetrate that Panther defensive front, soften up the edge a little bit.
Little difference in running style. Sartain and Cunningham. Difference in size for sure out there.
Cunningham's much more powerful, and Sartain's a little more.
Second and 5. Spurrier the snap. Hands it off right side. Sartain has the first down, gets clotheslined at about the 31-yard line. And that's, I think, where they're going to mark him after a 6-yard gain. Nothing fancy about this offense, Brandon. They're just running it at you.
Spurrier's doing it's a read, keep, give for a sweep. And right there, he read the inside, was plugged up. So he gave the give to the sweep and 6-yard gain.
Such a popular type of offense now, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, first and down, Cadets right at the 31-yard line.
Sartain was very patient on that run, too.
Sartain again, this time the left side. Another hole over there.
Oh, my gosh. No flag down. Holy cow.
Lamb gets there. Also Vanderkooy in on that stop.
Mahuka held like crazy on the defensive front on the right there. No flag.
6 yards on that play as well. That'll bring up second down and 4 now for the Cadets. The ball at their own 38-yard line. 13 seconds, clock moving left here in the first quarter. Cadets could just let this quarter run out, and I think they might just do that here.
They are.
And that'll do it for the quarter number 1 here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Got a good one for you. After 1, it's Wenatchee 14 and Eisenhower 7. We've got second quarter action coming your way in 60 seconds. Stay with us.
Building your business is easy and affordable with television and digital marketing options from NCWLIFE Channel. Target your market with NCWLIFE's managed advertising programs that save you time, money, and give you great results.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Back at the Apple Bowl, just set to get the second quarter underway. Great to have you along here on the NCWLIFE Channel, our first Wenatchee football game of the season. Of course, we did Eastmont's game last Friday night in that 14-7 loss to Post Falls. Panthers lead this one, though, 14-7. Ike has the football, a 2nd down and 5, ball at their own 37-yard line. 3 receivers right side. A run play. It's Spurrier on the quarterback keeper. And it looks like he will have enough for a first down. Needed 5 and got about 7. The ball will be placed at the 44-yard line.
Nothing fancy there. They're splitting out the wide receivers, trying to stretch the Panther defense broadly to soften up that inside run, and that's exactly what happened.
And, you know, the big chunks of yardage, Brandon, 5 yards, 6, 6, 7 on their run plays, and that's exactly what they want. Pretty girthy offensive line for Ike as well. 1st and 10 as the Cadets continue to move. This drive began at their own 20-yard line, now at the 44. Here's Spurrier.
Yeah, I was going to say there's motion on the offense there. Center moved a little early, left guard moved a little early.
You're going to see a counter play there. I don't know if you noticed, Eric, that the pulling guard tackle on the left side actually were set back a little more than they had been.
Yep.
So that's a key that sometimes Coach Mitchell will be able to see.
It's one thing, too, they said in the Lakeside game, or Lake City game, you were here from outside last week, but one thing that the defensive line talked about quite a bit after the Lake City game was getting off the ball slowly, not at the snap, and they really wanted to work on that. And I'm seeing with this where they're calling the play at the line, and then the linemen go down, and then they stand back up, and it's really kind of throwing the timing of the defensive line off.
1st down and 15 now. The ball is caught over the middle. Nice throw by Spurrier on a rope that time. The receiver is Lawrence Jolfe. Or I think I pronounced that right. Jolliffe, I should say. Excuse me. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
The sit route that he fired in there for sure. That was a nice pass. Well defended by the Panthers. They were right there.
Spurrier's going to put it up again. At least he's showing that. Now he's going to tuck it and run left side. Gets pushed out of bounds right at midfield. That's about a 2-yard gain. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 now for the Cadets right at the 50-yard line.
So, Eric, you mentioned how Eisenhower's line will stand up and look. Coach Jimenez was a former defensive coordinator for Coach Iman, who was the Ike, then West Valley coach, and they did this for years. And this is one of those times you might see it. A 3rd and 4, you get a free 5-yard gain out of a jump here.
Spurrier, shotgun. Looks downfield, and he's not going to. He gets away from the Panther defender, and he's going to get a first down, it looks like, right at the Panther 45. Boy, that's going to be awfully close depending on the spot. Make it the 46. So I don't know if he got there or not.
Oh, Luke Flugie had him in the backfield for a sack. Somehow he's able to shake out of the tackle and get downfield.
That is a first down, too, as the ball will be placed at the Panther 46-yard line. So the Cadets keep this drive moving. As I mentioned earlier, a drive that began back at their 20-yard line. Spurrier shotgun, 2 receivers right side. Cunningham, I should say Sartain will be the runner this time over the left side. Gang tackled after a gain of about 3. They'll make it 4 on that 2nd down play. 1st down play, I should say, brings up 2nd down at 6.
That was another one of those power read plays. The right guard is pulling around, the quarterback is reading the end and then deciding to give. And that one Surtain gave to Surtain, and you see a little gain there.
Caden's son comes in late, 6'2", 215-pound tight end as he lines up to the right side of Spurrier.
Got him that time. See, one thing that Spurrier does, they got the old Wenatchee cadence where they're clapping. And so he clapped, and the offensive line stood up, and that drew the defense offsides.
Mm-hmm. That changes things, that's for sure. Instead of 2nd and 6, it's 2nd and 1 now.
Watch the bomb.
Ball is moved up to the 37-yard line. Boy, this is the down to try something like that, too. .9:10 on the clock left in the second quarter. Spurrier, he's going to keep it up the middle and will get the first down inside the Panther 35 to the 33-yard line. And that's a gain of 4, and the Cadets move the chains once again.
That's already Moses Spurrier's 8th carry. He continues to grind out yards. That was a power quarterback lead. They really like their right guard pulling around. He's a little bit shorter, quicker.
Right.
With that heavy left guard there, number 60, being able to pin down on our nose tackle. Then you got a running back leading the way for him.
Spurrier on this first down and 10. He's looking deep, going to the end zone, has a man, overshoots him, and it goes incomplete. The intended receiver, Lawrence Jolliffe. And that'll bring up now 2nd down and 10.
Well, Hookah on good coverage down on the play in the end zone there.
Boy, Spurrier has an arm. There's no doubt about that. We've seen a couple of nice throws now here in this first half. Not a lot of them, but what we've seen have been pretty nice.
Hasn't had the need to throw as much, but you might see another one here. Another screen type team. Ike will have a few of those in their repertoire.
Right. Spurrier on this 2nd down and 10. Here comes the blitzer for the Panthers. He's got Spurrier wrapped up. Now gets some help from Butler. And Spurrier is sacked. On the tackle is Albert Topeti.
I think so, yeah.
He's also a senior for the Panthers. And as I mentioned, James Butler came in and helped him out. And that's a big loss for the Cadets all the way back to the Panther 42-yard line.
You see, even after the first guy made the contact, he wouldn't go down. He's a strong kid out there as Moses Spurrier.
So a loss of 9 on the play brings up 3rd down and 19 now for the Cadets, as I mentioned, on the Panther 43-yard line.
Panthers might be confused on the defense here. In fact, Taylor Mitchell's going to call a timeout because they did not have the bodies where they wanted them to be.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Also brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop off is available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net.
You know, one thing about this game so far, Grant and Brandon, is that the Wenatchee offense hasn't been out here very much.
No, it is not.
You got a kick return, 82 yards for a touchdown, and otherwise it's been Ike's football pretty much this whole first half.
That's the problem with, I mean, you want to hit those quick points on a special teams play like that. It's great, but then your offense, like you said, you haven't been out since the first series. You don't have a chance to build a little momentum, get that froth built up a little bit. And we'll see how they do when they make a stop here.
Yeah, exact numbers, guys. 6 plays, 30 yards for the Panthers. They've had the ball for 2 minutes and 36 seconds in this entire first half.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 19, Cadets. Big play for both teams here in this second quarter with 7:43 left before halftime. Spurrier has 3 receivers in this set. Will he use one of them? He's looking right, does have a man, and he shakes a tackle and will get a first down to the Panther 30-yard line.
A little short.
Oh, it is yeah, that's right. It is a little bit short. You're right. You had to get to the 23. That'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought the Panthers were going to have an opportunity there. There was a low snap to Spurrier. He had to take his eyes off of downfield on his receivers and then pick up the ball, and then he's just he's pretty good. He's a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, he is. Gain of 12 on that leaves the Cadets about 7 yards short. 4th down and 7 at the Panther 30-yard line.
The extra defensive back in here.
Whistle on the play.
Ike timeout.
Make sure they get, this is a big play early in this game. 7:02 left in the first half. Quick moving first half with all the running plays, which Eric kind of predicted in the pregame. But this is a big drive, not only for the offense for the Cadets, but the defense for the Panthers.
Right, yeah. There's a handful of those seminal plays throughout a game that you really look for, and this is going to be one of those for both sides, right? If they manage to find a way to punch for this first down, they continue their drive, stop it here for the Panthers. That's a big momentum killer, and now we get their offense back on the field.
And some people might think, why are the Cadets going for 4th and 7? But they're kind of in no man's land here in the part of the field at the 30-yard line. Too far for a field goal try and a punt. You know, it still may come back out to the 20, so it's a good decision.
On the road, you know, we're not the NFL where 50 yards is almost automatic anymore.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you got to go for it here. It's the right call, and we'll see if they try to draw the Panthers off sides with their little stand-up here look. See, the Panthers are in a dime defense here with 5 defensive backs out there.
And 4 receivers out there for the Cadets, Brandon. Trips left, 1 lone receiver to the right side. That's Sanchez.
You see Vanderkoy come off the edge over here.
Sartain in the backfield with Spurrier over the middle. Nice pass and caught at the 20. And that will be enough, and back to the 19-yard line, gain of 11, and enough for another Cadet first down as they keep this drive moving.
Brought
Jolliffe on the reception.
That ball was money right over the middle of the field as well.
Brought heat off the left edge of the Ike line there and just couldn't quite get there in time. Ike did a good job of picking up the blitz, and he was able to find a spot.
Right.
So now you got to hunker down, and the drive continues, but the game's not over.
Handoff, Sartain, left side, cuts it back up the middle, gets down to the 15-yard line, gain of about 4 yards on that play. Wonder if Cunningham's okay. We haven't seen him now for a while. It's been all Sartain, I think, throughout this second quarter.
Yeah, he had 6 carries in that first drive, and we haven't seen him since.
2nd and 6.
Second down, 6 yards to go for the Cadets. Ball at the Panther 15-yard line. Back into this run formation once again for the Cadets. Here's Sartain, left side, and Butler, the defensive end, just wrangles him down to the ground at about the 14-yard line, gain of 1.
Nice play by James there, coming off that right edge of the offensive line to just grab him and ragdoll him right there.
He looks like a defensive end. He's built just like one.
He does. And James didn't play last year. He took a year off, and now he's back. And it takes a little bit of time to get your game speed up when you have it even on defense.
Boy, they had the guard and tackle pulling that way. They just both missed number 88. He's a big guy. I don't know how you miss him.
Wide splits here.
3rd and 6 for the Cadets. Spurrier's going to keep it right side. He's got room inside the 10-yard line, and he'll be marked down, I think, at the 7, and that will be enough for a first down. 8 yards on that carry.
You had it, Brandon. That was the call. I mean, they split it out really wide. That's about the widest splits I've seen them take, and Spurrier just easily picks a hole and goes.
Right. If you don't see that on film and you're not experienced, I mean, it's not something you see every play. Again, now the offensive line splits are tightening up again, so defense has to adjust to that.
1st and goal, Eisenhower at the Panthers 7-yard line. Here's Sartain, left side, leaps over a player, and then is grabbed by Lamb, who's trying to strip the football from him, but he can't get it out of there.
He's not going to get the tackle here, but Ben Cook, who was lined up as the corner on a very tight formation, did a great job of just setting the edge. He forced the running back to plant his foot and cut back in right into Logan Lamb. And that's all you could ask your receiver or your cornerback to do when he's getting blocked on the end, is just get that edge set, make him cut back where you got 10 of your buddies there for you.
2nd and goal now, Cadets at the Wenatchee 5-yard line. Eisenhower trying to tie this one up, down 14-7. Spurrier to Sartain. Gets a couple more tough yards down to the 3-yard line. Another gain of 2 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal now for the Cadets.
A couple of plays in a row now. The Cadet offensive line, there's been a man-on-man battle, and they've had a couple of Panthers on roller skates all the way back into their end zone.
There's a counter play on the left. Ike's got a big left side of their line. They're blocked down. Their right side pulls around, and yeah, like you said, Eric, you're just leaning on them.
They are big dudes up front for sure. 3rd down and goal from the Wenatchee 3-yard line. Cadets trying to push it in. Spurrier almost got it in the backfield, breaks another tackle, gets into the end zone, touchdown Ike. 3 yards for Spurrier.
Logan Lamb timed the snap perfectly, got into the backfield, but then forgot about the fact that he needed to stop the guy with the ball.
Such a great read. Like you said, it was a perfectly timed break right through that line. Man, he's going to be really upset watching that film.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take the handoff himself and just skate the other way for a 90-yard touchdown.
It's too bad.
All right, Jordan Rios in for the point after. Spurrier is the holder in this 14-13 game. Snap good, hold is down, kick by Rios is up, and it's good. So 3:52 left to go here in the second quarter. It's Wenatchee 14 and Eisenhower 14. We're back in 60 seconds.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
All right, 19 plays, 80 yards for that Ike touchdown. Took 9 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. 3-yard touchdown run by Moses Spurrier. And here's the kickoff now, taken by Cook, who ran one back here not too long ago of about 82 yards. Another nice run all the way out to the 40-yard line. And the Panthers will have some good field position for this, only their second possession of this first half.
Yeah, they've been without the ball for a while. That was a nice setup to return left there. I don't know if you can see that wall, Eric, from your position.
Oh, yeah, that was perfectly set up. And what's that, a return of about 32 yards right there.
Yeah, another good return there. Good job coaching by Coach Higgins there, their special teams coach.
Panthers first down and 10 with 3:44 left to go before halftime in this 14-14 ball game. Handoff, Matheson up the middle, plenty of room, almost to midfield as he gets about 8 yards on first down. It'll bring up second down and 2 for the Panthers. Nice job up front for the Panthers on that run.
Now, how odd is that? You have a Finn carrying the ball and a Finn that makes the tackle. I feel like I should sing the Finnish national anthem right now.
Second and short for the Panthers. Branham under center. Rolls to his right, looks downfield, low pass, a little bit behind the intended receiver as well. It's Butler, the big tight end. And that'll bring up third down and 2 now from the 48-yard line.
James just running a little sit route there on the rollout to the right, and defensive back got there just a little early too, but that's a tough call.
A defensive back, by the way, is a guy you should recognize, Moses Spurrier.
3rd down and 2. Big 3rd down play for the Panthers as the clock stopped at 3:09 in the 2nd quarter. Branham going to pass again. This one off the mark as well. Intended receiver Martin Diaz. And that brings up 4th down for the Panthers.
Going to hurry up here, maybe run it real quick.
4th and 2. Panthers going to go for it here. This is a big call. With 3:06 left in the half, and a Panther lineman, a guard, moved. Looked like John Gutzweiler may have jumped just a little bit early. Well, that changes things a little.
Oh, man, not what the Panthers wanted right there, Grant and Brandon. Man, I mean, you get a 1st down, then just stop, incomplete, stops the clock and gives Ike the ball back and a lot of time.
And it changes it from a 4th and 2 to a 4th and 7 now.
I think Coach Mitchell was going to have him up there and try to get him, draw him off sides, and get that quick, easy 1st down. But
Panthers are going to punt. Here is the kick by Garcia. Bounces around just outside the 25-yard line. It'll be down at the 26, and that's where the Cadets will have it on this, their 4th possession of this half. The 2:56 left to go in the 1st half, and good ball game. 14-14 our score. Well, we kind of thought, guys, it might be a running game tonight, and it's been a running game for both teams so far.
it has. It's a little unexpected, obviously, with the long kickoff return for touchdown. The shift of momentum back to the just grind it out as the Ike offense has been the deciding factor so far. But even that, it's still 14-14.
Right. Boy, that one drive, 9 minutes, 14 seconds off the clock. Now, that's a drive in any level of football. So the Cadets offense back out there. Moses Spurrier running the show with Sartain once again in the backfield. I really think something may have happened to Cunningham. We haven't seen him since the 1st quarter, and he ran pretty hard when he did touch the football. So here's Spurrier looking to pass, in some trouble, scrambles, goes left side, and then just wisely throws it out of bounds, incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. It's pretty hard to get down in that backfield. We mentioned he's got decent size, 5'11", 190 pounds.
Very athletic.
And I don't know how many tackles he shed here in this 1st half. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 2:49 left 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 10. Handoff. Sartain weaves his way through the line and then gets hammered down at about the 36-yard line. Make it to 35. A little slow to get up. Gain of 9 for Sartain there.
Little flag on the field afterwards, too. I think they might get a face mask on that.
Yeah, I think they reached around and grabbed a hold of the face mask and spun him down violently. Also, Spurrier behind the play took a shot as well, so keep an eye on that.
I think Cunningham is back in, Grant.
Oh, he is back in there. Yeah, Sartain, when you get stopped like that, it's usually a face mask. When you're stopped right now like that, and he was, as the referees will mark this one off. It's been relatively penalty-free in this game. Just a couple of penalties so far in this half. What a difference that penalty makes. Takes the ball inside Panther territory now. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the Wenatchee 48-yard line. Plenty of time. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in this 1st half.
And still 2 timeouts for both teams.
Right. Trips right this time for the Cadets. Cunningham stays in the backfield after Sartain a little bit shaken up on that face mask. Here is Cunningham, the power runner up the middle, and boy, just rumbles up for about 7 yards. All the way to the Wenatchee 42-yard line. Give him 6 on that carry.
That field position after that penalty, you don't have to be as urgent as getting back up the line. You got a little bit more time.
That does change your thinking, no doubt about it. Approaching 2 minutes left. Here's Cunningham. No, it's Spurrier. He faked everyone out. He will take it in from 42 yards. Touchdown, Eisenhower.
Inside zone read. Quarterback looks for the end to see if there's a defensive end there. There wasn't anybody home, so he could see it there. Defensive end ran inside, lost contain, and athletic quarterback like that, 42-yard touchdown.
Second rushing touchdown of the night for Spurrier, as Rios comes on now to make it a 21-14 Eisenhower lead here late in this second quarter. 2 minutes exactly left to go. That only took 56 seconds in that possession compared to 9:14 on their last one.
My officiating cap came on real quick when he showed the ball up before he got to the end zone. Almost unsportsmanlike.
High snap. Good job by Spurrier to get that down. The kick by Rios is good. And our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter is Eisenhower 21 and Wenatchee 14. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. You can find them online at biosports.net. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate, 509-423-2207.
Cook and Diaz have switched spots on this kick return. So now Cook is over to the right and Diaz is here near side left. Or if you're watching at home, far side, since our cameras are all opposite of where we're announcing from.
Which I tend to forget every now and then as Rios gets set to kick it off. Once again, Diaz and Cook back to receive. This time it will be Diaz as he corrals it at the 1 yard line. Up to the 15, the 20, the 25. Ike players wait for him there, and he gets past the 25 out to the 27-yard line.
So he got 7+ out of it. Brandon, I'm thinking, you're at the 2. That ball's going in the end zone. And out just go ahead. Try to make a play.
So the ball will be spotted at the Wenatchee 29-yard line. 1:53 to work with. As Brandon mentioned, 2 timeouts still in this first half. Branham in and shotgun. Matheson with him. Matheson gets the handoff right side, cuts it back upfield. Nice run on first down of 11 across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Victor Meja, the tackle, 6'2", 230-pound defensive lineman that time, made his way to corral Matheson. But 1st and 10, Panthers at the 40. Branham back to pass, shovels it out to the big tight end Butler. Not much that time, maybe a yard or 2.
Big target like that, it's surprising that's only his 2nd catch of the season.
That is hard to believe.
This little bootleg, you might see kind of a slip wide receiver screen here to try to get some yardage at some point.
2nd and 7. Branham rolls out left. Catch is made at the 49-yard line, which will be about a yard short. Gain of 6 on that pitch and catch.
Interesting conversation I had with Ryan this week about, the fact he's a pitcher. He's going to go and play baseball in college, and the different mechanics of throwing a football as opposed to throwing a baseball.
That was very interesting talking about that. It was. And we've got a timeout taken by the Panthers with 49.6 seconds left in this 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, he said that, throwing a football, you want to have your hand and arm under the football, where you're throwing a baseball, usually your hand is coming up over the top of the baseball to get it to curve and arc and things like that. And he says mechanically he has to be careful when he's throwing a football because he doesn't want to mess up his baseball arm.
Yeah.
And I noticed, ironically, a lot of his throws tonight have been low, like he's throwing a baseball.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I liken it, Eric, to the difference between a baseball swing and a golf swing.
Yeah, right.
You have to adjust both for each sport.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, the Panthers back out there, eager to go on this 3rd down and 1.
And by the way, you don't want to be like me on the golf course where you step in a bucket. You shouldn't stride when you're on the golf course.
Handoff, Matheson, and he's not going to get there. In fact, going to lose a yard back to the 48-yard line. Panthers hurry to the offensive line. 37 seconds left. Going to go for it here on 4th down and 2.
There's your Cunningham. He's playing in defense. Made that play in the backfield.
And we've got.
There you go. There's your 1st down. That's what they tried to do last time, and the left guard jumped.
Victor Mejia, a little eager on the defensive front for Ike.
So that's an automatic 1st down for the Panthers, just what they needed. Time is running out, though. 1 timeout left, 28.5 seconds left to go before halftime, and the Panthers have 47 yards to go to stick it in the end zone.
Confusion with the receivers the last couple sets here.
Cook now comes in the slot to the left of Branham. Branham back to pass, short 3-step drop. He's going to keep it up the middle, lowers his head and gets hammered at the 45-yard line. In fact, they'll mark it at the 44, and there's some extracurricular downfield.
I think we're going to get a penalty on Eisenhower, a little pushing and shoving after the tackle was made. That was a ugly hit by Branham. I wish when he does decide to take it to be a runner more than a quarterback, because he is upright, and that will get you hurt.
And it really doesn't matter what size you are either, Eric. If you do it that way, it's not good. So Mejia is going to cool off on the sideline. Gets replaced on that defensive line. 21 seconds remain here in the 1st half. 21-14, Eisenhower on top.
Wenatchee called a timeout. I don't know if they were granted the timeout or not. I would be calling a play right now. Get up to the line of scrimmage as soon as they spot the ball.
Absolutely. Well, that helps the cause a lot for the Panthers as the ball will now be placed at the Ike 30-yard line with 21 seconds left to go.
Eric,
still that one timeout, too,
yeah, I was
Brandon.
going to say they didn't give him that. They were sorting out the penalty, so they didn't need to use the timeout.
Branham shotgun with Matheson to his right. Branham wants
go.
to throw. Nobody there. None throws it downfield and throws it away out of bounds.
You're going to get a hold on the corner on this side. Branham had the pump and go. Griffin ran a hitch and go. And oftentimes when that happens, the cornerback grabs.
Exactly. I think it's the quarterback, Tyquarius Brown, number 15, and he's still mad. They're going to throw another penalty on him.
He might have just got thrown out of the game.
Well, that's very interesting. Now we'll see what happens.
That'll be half the distance. And Wenatchee's shown that this kicker has a leg to him, so even if they don't get 7, they should be within his range to get 3.
Your wind's died down a little bit as well.
Boy, it really has. Clock showing 13.9 seconds left. Officials still trying to sort this out, I guess, downfield. There were a couple of penalties. Brandon called the first one, I think, a hold.
I think so, yeah, it'll be a hold or pass interference, depending on the interpretation of of Kurt there on the sidelines. And then it's going to be an unsportsmanlike tapped on top of that.
One's a live ball foul, one's a dead ball foul. So do you get them both?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. You can tell by the reaction of the opposing coach. If you watch his reaction, you'll know, Eric, when they get told what the call is.
So Dennis Brandstetter, our head referee tonight, will tell us personal foul against the defense, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense.
Personal foul.
Okay, now where are they going to spot it?
Well, if it's dead ball, they could do both. They could do half the distance and then half the distance again.
All right, so here we go to step it off.
So from the 30, half the distance, well, it's 15. So it's a 15-yard penalty no matter what. And then it could be half the distance after the first 15. So here he'll stop at the 15-yard line. And now, will
the half the distance, right?
Will they keep going? Yes. So half the distance. All right, so my official's cap is not officially retired.
Nice work, Eric. Takes the ball all the way down to the, 7-yard line?
Should be 7.5-yard line if my Cedar Woolley math is correct. On half the distance from 15.
He's got one timeout left and just under 14 seconds, so
3 15-yard penalties, well, almost 3 15-yard penalties have got the Panthers right into scoring position here. And now Ike wants to call timeout. We'll take one too. With 13.9 seconds left in the first half, it's Ike 21, Wenatchee 14. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
13.9 seconds left to go, first half. It's Ike 21, Wenatchee 14. The Panthers, because the help of some penalties, are in business now with the ball down at the Ike 7.5-yard line.
So, Coach, what do you call here? A little play action?
Well, I would. One of the plays that you've seen a couple times early is a sprint out.
Yeah.
Inside this part of the field, you're probably going to see some man coverage. So if you got a receiver who can run a good hard out at the goal line, that's a really tough play to cover. And Ben Cook, who's shown to run that play a little bit in this formation, but who knows?
Here we go. First down and goal for the Panthers. Branham, the snap, rolling to his right. Plenty of blockers out there in the end zone. You called it, Coach Brandon. Touchdown to Cook in the end zone from 7 yards.
Yep, just like you called it there, Brandon. Man coverage, so he went deep in the end zone and then curled back towards the front corner. And the quarterback found him.
You have that corner in your hip. As soon as you put your foot in the ground to plant, it's over if the ball's delivered well. And that was a really nice looking play.
So the Panthers trying to tie this one up now. 21-20 our score. As Andrew Nungary comes on for the point after try. Branham is the holder, the quarterback. Here's the kick. Plenty of distance, and it is good. 8.5 seconds left to go in this crazy first half. It's Ike 21 and Wenatchee 21. We'll keep it here.
Much better on the snap that time on the extra point.
Boy, this is what you want too, isn't it, guys? Some momentum. We take it into the locker room with you to come out.
Wenatchee gets the ball, right? The second half.
That's huge.
Obviously, you always feel a sense of relief when you score, but you can almost feel that going in this halftime right now, right? That was such a odd first half for the offense, and to get that score right before halftime, like you said, that'll really help going into the locker room. Feel some juice in there, you get some excitement built.
First scoring drive since the first possession of the ball game for the Panthers. So they haven't been on the field a whole lot. That scoring possession, 5 plays, 26 yards. Or I should say they started at their own 39. That was 71 yards, 5 plays. A lot of those were penalties, though, remember. Only a minute 47 off the clock. 7-yard touchdown pass from Branham to Cook. The kick is good, and we are all tied at 21s.
That'd be 61 yards if it's the 39, right?
29.
29. Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, my Cedar Woolley math catching it to me again.
It's been pretty tight though so far tonight, Eric. I say.
We've got the Golden Apple Marching Band going to entertain the crowd here at halftime on just a lovely night for football.
Boy, it's just turned into a beauty. The wind, as Brandon mentioned, has died down a lot now. As the Panthers and Andrew Nungary ready to kick it off. And here's the boot. Low line drive kicked. It'll go into the end zone. Another touchback, and Ike will have it at their own 20-yard line. Don't expect to see anything fancy here from the Cadets here with 8 seconds left from their own 20. They've been kind of a running team so far this half, but who knows, right?
Yeah, you're on the road, pinned back in the first half. I mean, I assume they're going to take a knee, but.
Well, and you got to watch also if you're a coaching staff from both sides. You got to be telling your guys, all right, keep your cool here. We've had a couple of skirmishes. We don't need anything going into the halftime break.
Here come the Cadets now in this 21-21 game. Entertaining first half here from the Apple Bowl tonight. Hope you're enjoying it at home.
Well, they're not in a victory formation.
No, they're not.
Cunningham stays in there with Spurrier. Cunningham gets the handoff and
no, it's Spurrier.
It is Spurrier. You're right, around like he gets me every time, but he didn't fool the Panthers. Does get about 6 yards across the 25 to the 26. So give him 6, and that will be the end of our first half. After 2 quarters here from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Big 9 matchup. It's Eisenhower 21 and Wenatchee 21. Halftime show comes your way in 2 minutes. Keep it right here.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
We are back at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Our halftime score is Wenatchee 21 and Eisenhower 21. We have lots of halftime activities here at the Apple Bowl tonight. First on the field, as you can see on your screen, the mini campers. The Wenatchee cheerleaders held a mini camp for the little ones, and here they are in the field, and we'll let them do their thing here at halftime. It's always fun, Brandon, the mini campers out there, little girls and boys.
Yeah, they always have a good time. They do that a couple times a year, once for football and then during the basketball season, and gives a chance for moms and future Panthers to
Absolutely, but this gets the aunts and uncles to the game, the grandparents, The
gate, the 80s always like the gate on mini cheer night, that's for sure.
Right.
You can't help but watch that and go, oh, cutie patootie.
Oh, isn't it the truth, though?
Look at all the cameras over there on the other side of the field, keeping an eye on them.
About got ran over.
Some more entertainment here up for you now at halftime. I believe these are the hip-hop dancers, Brandon.
Yeah, I think it's the Wenatchee High School Applettes performing a hip-hop routine. I heard the PA announcer call
Very
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Of course, they're facing away from our cameras.
All right, very nice job by the Applettes. Wish I was in that kind of shape.
Oh, I was just thinking about that. Half those moves, I would have broke my back.
It'd be hip replacement in about 2 weeks.
Stretcher!
So we're at 21-21 at halftime, and it's been quite an interesting game. Before we get to the Golden Apple Marching Band, let's go through some of these drives. The Panthers had the ball on their first possession, went 6 plays, 30 yards. A 5-yard touchdown run by Finn Matheson. Kick is good. That made it 7-0. And then Eisenhower on the next drive, 9 plays, 57 yards. Took 5 minutes off the clock. That was a 5-yard touchdown run by Moses Spurrier. Kick good. Made the score 7-7. And then the Panthers, a big 82-yard kickoff return by Ben Cook, and that made the score 14-7. And then that big drive by Ike, 19 plays, 80 yards, 9 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock, and that tied up the score at 14. Ike then made it 21-14 on a 42-yard touchdown run by Moses Spurrier. That was 4 plays, 74 yards. And then the Panthers tie it up here at the end of the half on a 7-yard Barnum to Cook pass play. Kick good there, and that tied up our score. And where we are right now, Brandon, 21-21.
Right, yeah, leading Eisenhower with 104 yards rushing in the half is quarterback Moses Spurrier on 14 carries and 3 touchdowns. Grayson Sartain has 8 carries for 37, and John Cunningham has 7 for 24. Receiver Larry Jolliffe has 3 catches for 28 yards. And for the Panthers, they had very limited possessions in the first half. Ryan Brandon was 4 for 6 for 18 yards and that touchdown, along with Finn Matheson, 7 carries for 43 yards, and Ben Cook with 1 catch for 7 yards.
All right, there you go. Now we'll listen to the Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band. Pretty much the best in the business right there, gentlemen. The Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band, and doesn't get much better than that around the state, that's for sure. And they've proven it over the years, that's for sure.
They put a ton of time in and a ton of work that often goes unnoticed. Those kids are actually out practicing before the football team is up at the high school track. And it's fun to see them have success.
Absolutely. We're at halftime. Our halftime score is Wenatchee 21 and Eisenhower 21. Our halftime show continues in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Thank you for trusting Abby's Legendary Pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, bacon, and cheddar. Yep, everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $1,800.
Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom, and Brandon Harle back with you at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. We're at halftime, and our halftime score is Eisenhower 21 and Wenatchee 21. I do want to mention lots of sports coming up in the next week and a half here on the NCWLIFE Channel. On Tuesday night, it's volleyball night on the NCWLIFE Channel. Davis at Eastmont, 6:50 pregame, 7 o'clock start time, and I will be calling that game, my first ever volleyball match, so that should be an interesting one. If you want to tune in just maybe for a chuckle or two, check that out at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. And then on Friday, Brandon, you and I will be at Eastmont High School, and I'm looking forward to seeing Sunnyside this year, as they will be traveling to Eastmont to take on the Wildcats. Pregame 6:30, and we will have the kickoff for you at 7 o'clock. And then on Tuesday, October 1st, it's Eastmont at Wenatchee Girls Soccer Live, 6:50 pregame. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen with the call on that. And then a very special presentation of football on Friday, October 4th, as we move to 1A football and the powerhouse in maybe any division in this state. Brandon Royal will be traveling to Kashmir. We cannot wait to do that. Eric and I will have the call on that one. Pregame begins at 6:30, kickoff at 7. And then the Bridge of Sportsmanship game is Saturday, October 5th. That's right. Remember, Saturday, October 5th. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff, 5:30 pregame, and that'll be with Eric Granstrom and Paul Collard. An unusual Saturday Bridge of Sportsmanship game, Brandon. But this official situation is pretty dire, isn't it?
And
that's the reason why it was moved.
It is nationwide. It is certainly not just locally, but it's amplified here with so many smaller schools also trying to fight to get officials to show up. Everybody wants to do the big 4A game, but we only have so many guys to come out and do this. So
that's a good point too. Everybody wants to do the big schools, but there's tons of little schools around this state.
The valley. Yeah,
that's right.
Well, and tell anity that their varsity game on a Friday or a Saturday or a Thursday is not as important as anybody else's.
That's right.
Sure. They deserve to have good officials. They deserve to have a good crew, but they're slim pickings. I talked to Dennis Brandstetter before the game tonight, our head referee this evening, and I said, geez, you're still doing it. He goes, I have to. And I said, well, how much longer? He says, 2 more years, and for me, it'll be 50 years of officiating.
50 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Give that guy a gold watch, that's for sure. All right, guys, 21-21 at halftime. Keys to this second half will begin with Wenatchee. What does Wenatchee need to do, Brandon, to take away a victory tonight?
Well, certainly the shortage of offensive opportunities in the first half. They get the ball back right away. I think they need to do what you exactly would hope that Ike did, or what you saw Ike do on the first long drive, establish Finn Matheson, get him the ball a few times, and punch a touchdown in early on, and then try to slow down Ike's rushing attack to keep him contained. Obviously, he's going to keep continuing to get some yards there with Moses Spurrier's 104 yards in the first half. But got to hold on to the ball. We got to continue to churn yardage out.
And Eric, if you're Ike, what do you do to get a win here tonight against Wenatchee in this second half?
Well, you keep going to the guy that's done everything for you so far tonight with Moses Spurrier. I mean, just continue to have him try to have the success they had in the first half with that option play. And I'll tell you, he's an expert at reading that. For Wenatchee defensively, you got to set the corners. There were several times where the corners weren't set. They were soft on the corners. And that allowed Spurrier to get outside, or his running backs to get outside. Be a little tougher, be a little stronger. And also what we talked about with that kind of herky-jerky offensive set that they have, fire off the ball all at the same time. Don't listen to a clap. Don't listen to a voice. Watch that football, and when it moves, you move.
And, Spurrier, he ran it a lot, but when he did throw it, he was pretty successful. A nice arm on him. What was he through the air in that first half?
Yeah, we had him at he had 7 attempts, and he completed 5 of those for about 44 yards, and, enough to keep us off balance.
It was just enough to mix it in, wasn't it?
And all of his balls that he threw were popped in there with good delivery and on time. So he can throw it if he needs to, but they're going to keep leaning on him to run the ball.
Remember, Wenatchee does get the ball here to start this second half. I think we'll take one more quick timeout, Malcolm. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Once again, our halftime score is Wenatchee 21 and Ike 21. Back for the second half right after this.
Hi, I'm Eric Granstrom with the NCWLIFE Channel. If you'd like to come out and help us film football, volleyball, soccer this fall, we've got $75 waiting just for you to become part of our team and get behind this camera and help us bring the broadcast to North Central Washington. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. That's sports@ncwlife.com. And help us not drop the ball when it comes to our sports coverage on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Grant Olson, Brandon Harle, Eric Granstrom with you at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl, where we are just about ready to go for the start of this third quarter. Eric?
Yeah, they've brought a bicycle out here to the sidelines, a stationary bicycle, I should say, for players to stay warm. The one problem that we talked about in the Lake City game is Finn Matheson cramped up so bad in his legs, not just his calves, but also his upper legs, that he couldn't play the whole second half. Now today, in that first half, when Moses Lake was maintaining possession for so long, Finn was running up and down the sidelines here doing hurdle stretches and whatever he could to keep his legs stretched. So now they brought a stationary bike out here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see number 30 plopped on that thing and maybe listening to some Peloton voices in his head.
Good idea, that's for sure. Yeah, and they need him in this second half to get that ground game going too.
You know, all things being said, with the domination of the time of possession by Eisenhower and the Cadets having most of the yardage in that first half, this is a darn good football game, tied at 21.
It really
Stick
is.
around.
Can't ask for anything more than a tie game at halftime. Ben Cook goes back deep to receive for the Panthers. Also Martin Diaz back there. Cook already an 82-yard touchdown on a kick return in the first half, as Rios gets set to kick it off for the Cadets. Cooling down here tonight now at the Apple Bowl. A little more like fall weather for football now.
Kicker's on the left hash this time.
Once again, Diaz and Cook deep for the Panthers, with Rios set to kick it off for Eisenhower. Here's the kick, end over end, short kick, taken at the 20-yard line by Ben Cook. Gets across the 30 all the way up to the 35-yard line. And the Panthers will take over there. Nice return of about 17 yards.
That was better hang time that time. Kind of hung up in the breeze a little bit here, and that allowed the coverage team to get down and try to keep Cook to a minimal return, although it's still 20 yards.
So good field position for the Panthers here to begin their first drive of this second half. All tied up, as we mentioned, at 21. Branham handoff. Here's Matheson. Big hole over the left side. Almost 9 yards on that carry on first down. And that's just what you want to start the drive for the Panthers.
James Butler there at the wing. The inside of the Ike line, just pushed back. Nice inside zone run to start us off.
Butler's had a nice game tonight. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he had
really
a sack
has.
in the first
right.
series. And you see this again, the zone run here.
Going to try the right side this time as Matheson hesitates, lowers that shoulder, and gets out to the 50-yard line. Plenty for a first down. 6 yards for Finn Matheson on that carry.
You know, one thing offensively on the line, important for those linemen to get out on the second level and occupy. You don't have to necessarily block the linebacker, but get in his way so he can't make a tackle. That gets you 6-7 yards on those gains inside.
First down at 10, ball right at midfield. Branham directs traffic. Handoff again, Matheson cuts it back up the middle. Gets into Ike territory down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 3 that time for Matheson.
3 different runs on 3 different plays. We had an outside zone, an inside zone, and that was a power run. Giving the Ike defensive line different looks, mixing it up a little bit here.
And maybe see what part of that defense they can kind of concentrate on. Second down, about 7.5, I should say. Here's Matheson, wanted the outside, cuts it back up. Tough yards across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Gain of 3 once again. That'll bring up third down and 4 for the Panthers. It's almost like 3 yards in a cloud of dust here for the Panthers.
Yeah, you kind of had the feeling that, you know, we'll want to eat some clock, establish the run coming out of the locker room in the second half. And so this isn't a surprise. This is what was expected.
Third and 4. Matheson again, left side. Not going to get to first down yardage. Gain of only 1 on that carry. Nice tackle by big number 60, Brian Chase for Ike. 6 feet, 290-pound defensive lineman.
Hard count here, Brandon.
Yeah, they did that before, and that's what they were trying to get to see if Ike is a little twitchy here.
Big fourth down play coming up for the Panthers.
Nope.
Branham looks right, goes that way, has a receiver, first down and more. Martin Diaz. And he gets down all the way to the 34-yard line, gain of 10 yards on that pass and catch. Nice pass by Branham that time.
You see
nothing
a lot of
fancy,
that,
nothing deep, just, you know, successful
Fourth
plays.
down, you expect man-to-man coverage, so when you bring your receiver in motion across, that's a long way for that DB to go, and that's that little arrow route that's really, really a great piece of passing game to have in there.
Matheson, right side, rumbles down to the 30-yard line, gain of 4 on that play. As the Panthers.
Sometimes, Grant, it's about the things you don't do as well. On the edge there, the tight end, James Butler, had a block. The run was going to go outside his shoulder, and he wisely just stopped blocking the guy in front of him, because if he turned, he would have held on and it would have been called for a hold.
Smart play, yeah. 2 receivers left this time for the Panthers on this 2nd down and 6. Fake to Matheson. Branham rolls left. Lobs it out of bounds. Wasn't really much there. Ben Cook, I think, was the intended receiver, but that goes incomplete and brings up 3rd down and 6.
It's a nice little wrinkle. You on a bootleg. Finn has had 6 carries in the second half to start. We've had 1 pass, so nice little bootleg to mix it up. Well covered by Ike's defense.
You got to at least show the defense that you're still going to do it.
Right, and sell the run off of it.
Right.
And that's the key to it. They've been running the ball, and that's when you can run your play action pass.
Another big 3rd down play coming up here for the Panthers. 3rd and 6 from the Eisenhower 30-yard line.
Motion on the offense.
That'll take the Panthers back. It brings up an even bigger 3rd down now, as the Panthers will move back to the 35-yard line. Instead of 3rd and 6, it's about 3rd and 12 now.
Panagiotou getting his first shot to play at the line position here for the Panthers this year, and just getting a little bit too eager from his right offensive tackle position.
Branham,
screen
set up. Nice catch inside, but it's snuffed out nicely on the reception for the Panthers. Number 4, I believe.
Griffin Butler.
Griffin Butler, a sophomore. And a nice defensive play, though, by Antonio Castillo from his linebacker position on a minimal gain.
And almost nearly picked off by their nose guard there.
That was actually a fantastic read by the Ike defense. Looked like the Panthers might have that set up perfectly, but Eisenhower read it perfectly.
They ran that play quite a few times against Mount Si, so when you're watching the film from the prior week's game, you really rep what you see a lot of.
4th and 12 now for the Panthers. Ball at the Ike 35-yard line. Branham going deep. The receiver Cook fell down at about the 15-yard line. It goes incomplete with nobody home. And the Panthers turn it over on downs.
A penalty after the fact. Let's see. This will be a 15-yarder, but it is a post-play foul. So I think possession will go over to Ike minus 15 yards. The back judge, right where the ball came down, where nobody was around, Finn Hopkins, the defender back there, apparently said something while he was in the end zone that our back judge didn't care for.
And there's certainly emphasis on certain phrases and words that get said that the referee crew keeps an eye on. So we'll have to find out if it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
Boy, these types of penalties have really hurt the Cadets tonight.
Well, the Panther offense is staying out, believing they're going to get or retain possession. But I think with that, it's a post-play foul. It's a dead ball foul. So the dead ball was an incomplete pass on 4th down. That means the ball goes over to Eisenhower, and then it should be a post-play penalty. So 15 yards against the Ike offense at that point.
I think you're exactly right, Eric, because the offense now coming off the field, or at least to the sideline.
The initial play, I think, was the right call. I think their legs just got caught up.
There was no pass interference.
The crowd's fired up. Everybody's excited. But,
yep.
yeah, it was incidental. And
oh, my. They're going to mark this. Well, let's see. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Eisenhower. The big question is, whose football? First down.
Here comes the defense.
Sticks the other way. So, yeah, just exactly what I said.
Right. So Eisenhower will have it first down and 10 at their own, about 20.5-yard line with 7:55.
In a way, that works out just as good as a punt. Say you punted and it went in the end zone for a touchback, here you go.
No, that's true. First possession, second half now for the Cadets. Panthers used a bunch of that clock on their possession, and see if the Cadets can do the same here. They sure did in that first half with a 9-minute and 14-minute possession on one of their scoring drives. Moses Spurrier shotgun. Option, he keeps it. Gets back barely to the line of scrimmage. A host of Panthers there in on that stop.
It's that zone read again, and he made a poorer read on that. There were 3 defenders there when he pulled. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Bring up second down and 10 now. Clock moving, 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and we're still all tied at 21. Fake handoff this time, pass out in the flat and read beautifully by the Panthers on defense there.
Michael Mahuka.
In fact, a loss of about 1.5 yards on that. That'll bring up third down and about 12.
That was the first play action set that they had on offense. Line were blocking pass the entire way, and gave a little fake run.
Third down and 12. Ball at the Ike 19-yard line. Spurrier gonna put it up. Under pressure, scrambles out of that pressure and then gets hit and throws it out of bounds. Did it get back to the line of scrimmage? I guess he was out of the pocket. Or does that even matter? Brings up fourth down any way you look at it.
James Butler there with the pursuit, and really a good job on the backside of the play, forcing him out of his comfort zone and having to fire it away. You can see how frustrated he was, the quarterback there with his helmet off. It was almost the play was, as soon as the play was over, which he's lucky to get a flag on that.
The Panthers have had good pressure too. Every time Spurrier goes back to pass, they're in there.
All 3 plays there, the Panthers played more zone defense there, which is a highlight of playing a lot of man in the first half where the quarterback can get away from the DBs.
Right. So fourth down and 12. Not sure what the holdup is now. 6:34 on the clock.
The officials stopped the clock here for a moment to reset the football. They had it 2 yards offline there.
All right, here we go. Almost blocked. Punt is away. High spiral that drops at the 45-yard line. Takes a bit of an Ike roll. And it looks like they'll down it close to midfield at the Eisenhower 49-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers once again. They start on the Ike 49.
Brandon, you talked about something right there with Moses Spurrier. I mean, he's the leader on this team, the leader on the offense and defensive side for that matter. But for him to show that frustration like that, that spreads throughout the rest of the team. There's a lot of game left to be played, and we're still in a tie ball game.
Right, you know, you're on the road. You're gonna be frustrated with any call that's made against you. So you show that really can add on.
First and 10 Panthers. Branham handoff to Matheson. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and a nice tackle by Victor Maya, who's had a really nice first half. Did have one of those personal foul penalties in the first half, but
yeah, he's been very active on Ike's defensive front there. Power play by the Panthers again. Stepped into the gap of their nose tackle to plug that up to keep that from being a gain for Finn.
2nd down and 10. Ball remains at midfield, 50-yard line. Play action. Branham's going to keep it rolling right. Does get inside to Eisenhower territory and is run out of bounds at around the 47-yard line.
Looking for either Martin Diaz or for James Butler, neither which of were open. So good idea by Branham there just to tuck and run.
Running a bootleg into the short side of the field, you really got to compress your routes. Sometimes those you got to get rid of the ball quick on the short side.
3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. Need to get about to the Ike 39-yard line. And here's Branham once again rolling out to the right this time. Has Cook, and it's caught, and a late hit, I believe, out of bounds.
Yep.
That'll be tacked on. The catch is made at the 37-yard line. Gain of 10 yards on that play.
Gorgeous out route by Cook. Got both feet inbounds, stepped out of bounds, and then the defender came and gave him an extra shove once he was out of bounds about 2 yards. That's going to be another 15 added on the penalty on Finn Hopkins.
His 2nd consecutive penalty of that nature now in this 3rd quarter. 5:05 on the clock, and the Panthers are in business now with this penalty.
That touchdown pass right before the half, I think, gave Ryan some confidence. He put a little zip on that ball. It was a good route, and that's a very similar play. Almost, I think, probably was the exact same play, different formation. But that's another confidence. You know, you've got a 3rd down. You want to get that 1st down on an 8-yard gain. You get it, boom. Penalty's a little helpful bonus, but the play builds confidence.
1st and 10 Panthers. Ball at the Ike 23-yard line.
See, the Ike's front is tight with zone left here.
Here's Matheson, big hole left side, makes a nice move, cuts outside, gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on that carry for Matheson.
Brandon, with the way things are going right now in this football game, with the frustration factor rising for the guys from Yakima here tonight, I would love it to just keep running that ball, run that ball, run that ball.
Yeah.
Take control of this game.
It's frustration already, and then if you just keep punching them in the mouth, it's just relentless.
2nd down and 2 now for the Panthers. Matheson, right side. Fights his way to the 10-yard line, and he gets it. You're right, Eric. Needed 2 and got about 4 on that carry, and he has been the workhorse here in this 2nd half.
That's
no doubt about it.
9th carry in the 2nd half alone after having 7 in the entire 1st half. That's his 9th in the 3rd quarter, I should say.
And Eric might have been onto some. He may have been cramping up why he didn't get many carries in that 1st quarter, possibly.
It's a nice night, but when you're standing on the sidelines for that long, you get cooled off quick.
1st and 10 Panthers. Matheson, nothing doing this time as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, and Finn Matheson's built like a brick, you know what. I mean, you could see the muscles in his calves ripple through the white socks, for gosh sakes.
Remains 2nd and goal now for the Panthers. Ball at the 10-yard line. Clock moving, but it's been a fast quarter. 3:40 now left. 2 receivers split to Branham's left side. Matheson also on his left side. Handoff to Finn. Up the middle. Mejia corrals him at about the 12-yard line. Or I should say the 7, rather. And that's a gain of about 3 yards on that carry.
4-yard gain.
One thing I worry about a little bit, just a little bit, is how low Finn carries that football when it's handed to him. He's carrying it down around his hip. I'd love to see that a little higher.
3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. Can get a 1st down.
Same route, there it is.
To Cook, touchdown, Panthers, 6 yards rather. Branham to Cook.
DB lined up inside man coverage. Cook actually threw his hand up to make it look like it was a fade, planted, cut back to the pylon, touchdown.
Beautiful route, and a great throw.
Yeah, if that's one of those plays, you catch the defense in man and you block that edge, you get a good throw. It's almost impossible to stop.
Nungary once again on for the extra point try. 27-21. The Panthers trying to make it 28-21 with 2:48 left in the third. Hold good, kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to go third quarter. It's Wenatchee 28 and Eisenhower 21. Back to Lee Bofto Field in 60 seconds.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Panthers 8 plays, 51 yards, 3 minutes, 34 seconds off the clock. 6-yard touchdown pass from Branham to Cook. Kick is good. The Panthers now lead at 28-21. Here's the kick, another boomer that stops at about the 1-yard line. And it had to be taken then at the 10 up to the 11.
Wow.
That was a nice checkup. That was a chip shot right there.
I'm just going to say that's one of Eric Granstrom's pitch shots right there.
You got to be really.
Hey, real quick here, I found a guy just hanging around out here that used to be calling the plays. Now he's standing here cheering. How different is this for you, Scott Devereaux?
It's different, but I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's different.
Less stress, right?
Oh, yeah, a lot less stress. I sleep well during the weekends.
Talk about that last play. You guys were calling that one.
Yeah, well, we have a mismatch there. That guy's alignment's way inside like that. They haven't stopped that play yet. And I turned to my brother and said, we're going to throw it to Ben here on the out.
What do you think? I mean, you were coaching here for a little while, a few decades. Now you got some of your players over here coaching. Darius, really? And he looks old. I don't know what happened.
I know. That beard, man, it really came in. Yeah, I love it. Darius is a great kid. I'm so excited he's on the staff. He's going to do great things for years to come.
And a good defensive play there, again, by Butler here for Wenatchee. I wanted to ask you, because I know you're still around the school. You helped me find the bathrooms the other night, for God's sakes. How many more years teaching you got?
I don't know. My goal is to get to 62. I'm 57 basically, so when I get there, I'll figure it out at that point.
Thanks for taking the time, Scott.
You're welcome.
And thank you for your time on this program.
Well, thanks, and thanks to you too.
There you go, Scott Devereaux joining us.
Fantastic, Eric. Thank you very much. Here's a swing pass now to Cunningham. Boy, he makes a nice move at about the 12-yard line, which enables him to get out almost to the 20. He makes it to the 18. And that's a gain of about 7 on that play.
Little swing pass we haven't seen before. The running back out of the
we
backfield.
have it. A nice move to Cunningham there.
And he lowered his head and shoulder and gave the Panther defender a blow on the way down.
3rd down and 4 now for the Cadets. Clock moving now to 1.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Panthers clinging to the 28-21 lead. Lamb comes up to the line to show blitz for the Panthers. He is coming, and Spurrier goes right around him. Nice move. Another nice move on Cook. He gets to the outside, 35. Looks at the defender as he strolls out of bounds all the way to the 40. And that's a 23-yard run for Spurrier. Boy, he's hard to corral, isn't he?
They played that so well up front. I don't know if you saw it, Eric. The line had that shift where they split their gaps wide again. and our defenders filled their run fits as they were supposed to.
Lamb was right there.
Yeah, but just the athleticism of him.
And we got a flag that comes out here. We got defense on. No, so defense is offsides, lined up offsides.
Oh, are they?
I think so.
I thought Kurt was on his side with a sideline warning.
That'll be a 1st and 5 now for Ike, and the ball will be placed at the 46-yard line.
You know, and that's a couple of things there. Guys came in to try to make a tackle, had their heads down. So if you can't see the guy, it's kind of hard to tackle him, and that's going to make Spurrier look even better. But Moses Spurrier, I mean, you talk about a sugar shake.
Oh, man, I guess. 2 receivers out to the right this time in this cadet formation on this 1st down and 5. Here's Spurrier setting up a screen pass dangerously to Cunningham, who gets hit right about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage, taken back a ways, but they're going to mark him with a yard loss on that pass play.
Albert Topiti on the play there, read it perfectly.
That's what you call kind of a telegraphed screenplay.
Yeah, he had some options.
Yeah.
Spurrier did, and up on the top we had a hitch. The guy was standing wide open, the receiver, and I think he had determined right away, I'm going to the screen.
I'm surprised they aren't kind of, using this matchup between Diaz and Garcia, the big height difference. And here we have it right there. Short of a 1st down by about a yard, but that is a gain of 4. Sanchez at 6'2". Diaz 5'8".
Again, playing a little more zone defense this half to try to prevent those big runs, and you're going to get the quarter here.
If you're the officiating crew, you love it when the quarter comes to an end and the football's within a yard of midfield.
For sure. After 3 quarters of play, Wenatchee leads it 28-21 as we head to the 4th quarter, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us. All right, 3 quarters in the books here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. It's been a good one. Hope you've enjoyed it too. It's Wenatchee 28, Eisenhower 21, and our broadcast tonight is brought to you by the Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. Give the Highlander a call at 509-884-4653. All right, here we go. 4th quarter now. 28-21 ball game. Ike's 3rd possession of this half. And it begins at their own 50-yard line. At the 50, I should say. Spurrier up the middle for 3 yards.
All sorts of Panthers thought the offensive line of Ike had jumped, and then there was a bad snap. And
a little bit of everything on that
so
play.
He fell forward there and got a 1st down. And
that was a low snap, too.
Yeah, he had to dig that out a little bit.
Now into Panther territory. 1st down and 10 at Wenatchee's 47-yard line. Cunningham remains in there at running back. Bobbled snap. Ball still loose, and the Panthers come up with it. Panther football on that fumble. Number 11, that's Austin Vanderkoy.
And Johnny on the spot, right where it needed to be.
Boy, exactly.
It fell right, you can see on the replay there, he just fell right on it as the muffed snap handoff landed right between his knees there.
Well, we talked about the fact they've had problems with their snap in that exchange all night long. Had a low one to snap before. This one goes high, and they can't corral it.
So the Panthers' last possession began at the Ike 44-yard line. This time they're at the Ike 49. We'll see if they can punch it in once again. Matheson, a spin move across the 35 to the 40, now down to the 41-yard line.
5-yard run.
9 yards for Matheson on that carry. Brings up 2nd down and 1.
On their
saying 1st down and 10, so 10 yards on that carry. No, now it's 2nd down across the way.
Yes. Changed the stat 3 times now. Yeah, that's the 3rd time they've started off their first running play of the series on that zone run left where James, our tight end Butler, kicks it out. And then they changed it again to get into the other yard.
Well, Eric, as we know, it's not the chain gang's fault, right? They're the best in the state over there.
Yep.
Yeah, we've known that forever, so it's not their fault. Eric Kuntz, Jeff Parks, part of that crew over there. Branham handoff, delay handoff is Matheson, jukes his way to the 35-yard line.
And it used to be one of the Skaliskis, too.
Dale Skaliski was one of the guys for many, many years.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that carry, gets it inside the Ike 35 to the 34-yard line.
Rocky Skaliski, boy, now there's a name that rings a lot of bells for Wenatchee Panther fans. I
guess.
I got a lot of stories about Rocky Skaliski.
2nd and 6 play, pass out in the flat. It's Diaz, great block by Cook, and he's going to get flagged for that. That would have been a Panther 1st down.
I was screened. I couldn't see it, guys.
Boy, it looked good from our vantage point, unless he had a hold of him.
No, the thing that happens sometimes is the receiver will get into the defender in the front, and the defender will try to spin. And if you're the side judge over there and you look at the wrong time, you see as the defender spins, you're in the back.
For sure.
And you call
like I talked about with James Butler earlier, where he had a block, and if he continued it, it would have looked like a hold. Boy, not many penalties against the Panthers tonight, huh?
No, a few offsides, but then the other thing, Eric, is that flag was called from the opponent's sideline, and sometimes you have the head coach over there in the ear of your
working on him a little bit. I believe, Eric, that's the 4th penalty on the Panthers.
Okay.
Dang.
I don't think Ike has had, well, they've had a lot of personal foul penalties, but. All right, 2nd down and 15 now. Ball moved back to the 44-yard line. Panthers lead it by a touchdown, looking for more. Branham flushed out of the pocket, goes right, has a receiver, and he's got him. It's Cook, all the way down to about the 12-yard line, I believe. Make it the 11.
I think you are on the 12. Really good looking play. Really only had one option. The under route on the bootleg was kind of contained by the defensive Ike. And Cook runs that post corner route in just to
31 yards on that play. And that pass was money, Brandon. It really was.
It was. Both.
Well, and give credit to Ryan for keeping his feet, because he had a defender lunging at his legs just before he released that football.
Playing with much more confidence.
1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Matheson, another great spin move at the line of scrimmage, which allowed him to get about 7 more yards down to the 5-yard line.
There's that inside zone play on the first play of the series, again out of the wing look with James Butler, the tight end wing.
2nd down and about 3 yards. Remember, the Panthers can get a 1st down at the 2.
We had a different corner on the left side of the Eisenhower defense that had been covering Ben Cook.
Here we go, 2nd down and 3. It's Matheson again, left side, strolls into the end zone, touchdown, Panthers. 5-yard touchdown run for Matheson.
Going to get a penalty for unsportsmanlike on Finn afterwards. He spun the ball in the end zone and did a little dance, and that's going to draw the penalty flag.
34-21 our score as the officials talk it over. I think you're right, though, Eric. It's exactly what happened here.
Well, I was about 5 yards from him when he did it, so.
5 plays, 51 yards for the Panthers on that scoring drive. 3 minutes, 13 seconds off the clock. Boy, you nailed it too, Eric. Even though we had a late start for this one with the running game, it's been a pretty quick ball game tonight.
It has been. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So conversation.
Fans are saying
Mitchell.
That's a bad call, but no, that's the actual right call to make right there, because he spun the ball in the end zone, and if he just left it at that, okay, maybe you could let that go. But then he put his arms out and flexed. And I was talking about what a physical specimen Finn Matheson is, but we already know that.
Finn is a very quiet kid, so that's as demonstrative as he gets.
Yeah.
But
yep.
You know, it's not Saturday or Sunday football. We don't have that. Last week we had a personal foul, or sorry, an unsportsmanlike by Ben when he spiked it like a Sunday professional.
No,
yeah,
no.
Full NFL spike, and both the back judge and Kurt, the side judge, looked at each other like, we have to call it. It's pretty obvious.
So Eisenhower will take the penalty on the kickoff, so it'll be 15 yards back from the ensuing kickoff.
So Andrew Nungary will come on for the point after try. Branham, the quarterback, is the holder. 34-21 score. Panthers trying to tack on another point here. Kick is up and a boomer again, and it's good. 9 minutes, 13 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. It's now the Panthers.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
we do have a penalty.
Being offsides, probably.
Yeah, it came from the line judge across the way. Yeah, offsides on the defense. So they were lined up in the neutral zone. If I'm Wenatchee, I decline it, and or can I take it, take the point, and then can I take 5 off the 15 on the kickoff? Can we do that?
I like it.
I was listening, driving home last night to that NFL game last night. And they had, we got penalties on both sides. One is a 15-yard penalty on the defense. The other's a 5-yard penalty on the offense. And they say the penalties offset will replay the down. And I'm like, no, they don't. One's a 15-yard penalty. One's a 5-yard penalty. It should be the most. So Wenatchee will test their kicking game again. So, Brandon, what do they call it? A swinging gate? Is this what this lineup is?
Yeah, that's, I guess that would be the way you call it. Yeah, swinging gate.
And I don't think in my lifespan of covering high school football, maybe I've seen this run actually the way they're lined up twice.
Oh, we ran it quite a few times over the years.
Oh, really?
yeah. I know a rather unfortunate 5 for 5 against Eastmont about 12 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
And
high snap.
Oh.
Boy, Nungary boomed it through again. What a leg on this kid. All right, now we're at 9:13 left to go in the ball game, and the Panthers have extended the lead now. It's Wenatchee 35 and Eisenhower 21. We're back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you also by the Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building community. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. And also by Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously, so stop by today. Once again, I mentioned 5 plays, 51 yards. On that scoring drive for the Panthers, a 5-yard touchdown run by Finn Matheson, kicked good. And we are now at 35-21. 3 minutes, 13 seconds on that possession for the Panthers.
Well, you'll find out just how good your kicker's leg is now after that 15-yard penalty.
in the second half, that was 15 on the touchdown, was Finn Matheson's 15th carry of the second half alone.
Wow.
That's what Taylor Mitchell told me before the season started. He says, we're going to use Finn Matheson as our workhorse. Such has been the case tonight.
Here's Nungary now back because of that penalty. Still a nice end-over-end kick that's taken at the 15-yard line. It's Cunningham with it. Up the middle of the field, lowers his shoulder, and a nice return out to the 39-yard line. So Ike now finds themselves down by 2 scores here with 9:06 left to go. Good field position. Ball, as I mentioned, at their own 39-yard line.
We'll see if Ike has to change any of their game plan. Obviously, being down 2 scores at this point now, you can't rely just on running the ball like you want to control the clock. You got to get some back.
Great point. Punt, and fumble so far in the possessions for Ike in this half. Here's Spurrier.
Watch the snap.
Spurrier on a keeper, almost got caught in the backfield, still in a little bit of trouble, does get a block and then shuffles out of bounds across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on that scramble for Spurrier.
Showing off his athleticism once again. He was stuck dead to rights there by Vanderkoy and was able to bounce out of that.
Panthers have had him behind the line of scrimmage a few times in this game, and it's like you said, his athleticism just gets him out of it. All right, 2nd down and 6 for the Cadets. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Spurrier back to pass. Kind of got away from him that time. A wobbler that goes incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down now for Eisenhower.
I didn't see any pressure there. I think the ball just came out of his hand weird.
It did. Kind of a wobbler.
Being up by 2 touchdowns allows Coach Mitchell also to do a little bit of different stuff on defense that he may not have been able to do when the game was tighter.
Right.
Show some different stunts and blitzes here.
Lamb is blitzing as he comes up to the line, and another incomplete pass. Some contact out there, but nothing to draw a flag on, and that's incomplete. Now 4th down for the Cadets. 4th down and 6.
4th and 6 for Eisenhower.
We talked about what such a great athlete Moses Spurrier is. The only thing I can point that might be a negative is just body language. After that last fumble that resulted in a Panther touchdown on the drive, threw his helmet off again, dropped it on the field, slapping his hands, just not happy.
There's a fake here. Panthers sniffed that out.
Boy, nothing doing at all. In fact, a loss on the play of about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. Cunningham with the direct snap. And the Panthers are going to have some great field position once again with 8:16 now left. And the Panthers will have it at the Eisenhower 40-yard line. Got to say, the Panthers have had some great field position this half at the Ike 44, the 49, and now the 40, all here in the second half, and they have scored on 2 of those 3 possessions.
There's that Trey look with the wing tight end nub here with James Butler to the left. Let's see if they start off running zone left again like that underneath James.
Handoff, it's Mahuka.
No, this is, I think, Kyle Johnson. Is that correct? 21?
I thought it was 24.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yep.
Does pick up 2 yards on that carry. Panthers just wanting to burn some of that clock right now. Moving at 7:52 left. Panthers looking at a 2nd down and 9.
Ryan has him in a situation as the quarterback where he just ran on the field. He said, look at the clock, run the play clock down before you snap it. Use it all.
Ben Cook now splits out left side, fake handoff, dump off. Nice play for the Panthers to Martin Diaz. And he is very close to a Panther 1st down. Got 8 yards on that play. It'll be a 3rd down and 1. like the way Diaz runs.
He's got quick feet.
He does.
And bootleg on that same formation to the left as Martin comes underneath. You know, we've ran that zone left multiple times, and as a right-handed quarterback, you're booting away to your strong side there. It's nice to have that little quick dart of a throw for you.
3rd and short, Panthers. Whistles blow.
Timeout, Wenatchee.
Panthers call a timeout with 6:42 left in the 4th quarter and leading this one 35-31. Our broadcast is brought to you by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Save Mart. Excuse me, shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. And Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org.
I got some good news for you if you're a Mariner fan.
Yes.
Julio goes deep twice. Mariners beat the Rangers 8-2.
What are the standings currently at right now, Eric?
Well, the Mariners came into today 5 games back, so I mean it's like have to. They were 3 games back in the wild card race, so that's a much better alternative, if you will.
And I believe what, Eric, 9 games left? Is that correct?
Yeah, 8 after tonight.
8 after tonight.
I'll try to get a Houston score for
All right, 3rd and short, Panthers, 3rd and a yard. And they get the Cadets to move, and it will be offsides on the defense. Automatic first down for the Panthers.
Houston's magic number now 4 games after a win tonight over the Angels 9-7.
Basically, the Mariners need to win out to try and get this wild card.
Yeah, definitely. The good news is Detroit lost tonight. Baltimore beat them 7-1. Tigers have been on a tear recently.
Haven't they been the best team in the American League in the second half of the season? Yeah.
Minnesota, meanwhile, beat Boston 4-2. So that's who the Mariners are chasing in that wild card race. So they remain 3 games back.
1st and 10, Wenatchee. Matheson, or it isn't, it's Mahuka. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And he did fumble it.
I heard a whistle. I think they called him down first, but we'll see. Official on the far side is marking it inside the 25 to the 24, saying he was down. But was it a fumble? Dun, dun, dun.
So the conference goes on out here.
See, it's my fault. The whole thing is my fault. I jinxed us in our pregame by saying this was going to be a quick game, potentially.
Well, it really has been, if you think about it. Started a little late, but there have been penalties now lately.
Not for us old folks.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Going on
bedtime.
Yeah.
So it looks like they are going to call him down, Eric, at the 25-yard line. 24.
Wow. Cougars and San Jose State at Martin Stadium tonight. 13 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, all tied at 24.
Oh, boy.
Forgot the Cougs were playing tonight.
I shouldn't have said anything. Now we're going to get people that are going to switch off this game and go over there. I think it's pretty safe to say Panthers got this game in hand.
6.5 minutes.
You know, really, in that 3rd quarter late when Ike was facing a 4th down, I mean, it almost seemed desperation-ish for Eisenhower at that point. I mean, there was still only a 1-score game at that point, but it just seemed like, man, they got to make a stop. They got to make, something happen here. And it's been pretty much all Wenatchee since.
That touchdown right before the half, really, it's kind of cliche to say that momentum is there, but we didn't get it. Ike didn't get it back. We've held on to it since that touchdown.
I believe that momentum before a half is real. I really do. I think that helps a ton.
Yep.
All right, 2nd down and 7 now for the Panthers. And nothing doing that time once again. Mahuka. In fact, lost 5 yards on that play. Nice defensive play. Will Allworth from his defensive back position in to make that stop.
James Butler, the tight end, blocking on that side, immediately got up and went back to Mahuka, the senior to the junior. A little conversation. What are you doing trying to bounce that outside? I got the block outside. You go back inside.
Run underneath. Exactly what that conversation
Run
was.
underneath. Yep.
Now 3rd and long for the Panthers after that 5-yard loss. Ball is back at the 32-yard line. And whistles once again, and another timeout for the Panthers. 5:24 left to go, 4th quarter. Wenatchee up by 2 scores. It's 35-21. We're back to the field in 60 seconds.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can just look on the time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go, 4th quarter. Panthers facing a 3rd down and 15 at the Ike 32-yard line. Branham, fake handoff, now going deep into the end zone. Wide open receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Griffin Butler on the reception. 32 yards. Nice pass by Branham that time.
Good bootleg look here.
There's
Both
your replay.
DBs went with Ben Cook, letting Griffin get it over the top. No safety help for the touchdown.
Wow.
Just like that.
I'll have a score update after we go to the commercial break on Eastmont at Davis. Stay tuned.
Oh boy. All right, here we go again with Andrew Nungary out there for the point after try. Hold is down, the kick is up, boomed through there, and the kick is good. 5:17 now left to go in this one. It's Wenatchee 42 and Eisenhower 21. Back to the field in 60 seconds.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Wenatchee scoring drive, 5 plays, 60 yards, 3 minutes off the clock. Branham to Butler, 32 yards, and the kick is good. The Panthers lead it 42-21 as Nungary puts another one in the end zone for a touchback, and Ike will start it at their own 20-yard line.
Here's an update from down at Davis. Final, Eastmont 22, Davis 20. Wildcats win it on a safety with 47 seconds left.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That you hardly ever hear in football.
Yeah.
Big win for Eastmont on the road at Davis.
I'll tell you, Wenatchee, with the confidence they've built in this game here tonight and off the second half of that Mount Si game, they travel to Moses Lake next week. Mavericks are going to have their hands full.
I agree with you. First down and 10 now for the Cadets. Time running out on Ike. Ball at their own 20-yard line, down 42-21. Spurrier shuffles his feet, wings it downfield, and Cook almost picked that off at the 35-yard line, in his hands and then out. Double covered that time, but a nice throw by Spurrier downfield.
If he had seen his receiver a little sooner, he was in the clear. He threw the ball late. He was scrambling for his life back there. It gave both Griffin Butler and Ben Cook a chance to catch back up on that play.
And have you guys noticed what great feet Spurrier has back there? He shuffles those feet around, can get out of trouble in the pocket. He's just so good at that. All right, the incompletion stops the clock, brings up second down and 10. As you might expect, 4 receivers in this set for Ike. Spurrier looking left all the way. He's going that way. Cooks is in there on coverage. Good coverage. And another incompletion downfield. The intended receiver, Gunnar Carey, a sophomore for the Cadets.
Really well played. Cover 3, corner right on top the entire time. Not letting the receiver get past and in position to make that interception by Ben. He's had a great game.
He really has all around. Clock stopped again at 5 minutes and 1 second. Third down and 10 for the Cadets. Shotgun, Spurrier looks left, goes that way. Receiver wasn't even looking back at the ball. The intended receiver was Gabriel Polito Torres that time, and a little miscommunication, and that brings up fourth down. And considering where the ball is, the Cadets have no choice but to punt it away here with 4 minutes and 57 seconds left. 4 punts and a fumble for Ike here in this second half. It's been a little different
I was looking
tale
at
of two halves.
Statistics for Moses Spurrier. Obviously, when you're ahead like the Panthers have been, it changes the game plan for Ike, and he's only had 4 carries in the second half, 4 runs.
Eddie Herrera on to punt for the Cadets. Gets it away. High kick. Fair catch. Signaled for and made at the 42-yard line. And the Panthers will take over from there. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this one, and the Panthers will win their first Big 9 game of the season. And their first win of the season, I should say.
Coach Mitchell's first victory as a head coach.
Brenham trots back out there. We're probably going to see a lot of Matheson maybe, or
I think maybe
Mahuka.
Finn is done for the night, and they'll have some backups here that are going to see some carries.
First and 10 Panthers at their own 42-yard line. Handoff. Outside run. That time. Okay, you're going to have to pronounce this one for me, Brandon.
Joe Paniatu.
Joe Paniatu. I like that. Gets 2 yards on that carry. Ball at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 8. 4:20 now left in this one.
That's the one before the game. I was like, hey, Coach, how do you pronounce this one? I don't know. Let me ask somebody.
Paniatu.
Paniatu. Okay.
Paniatu. Okay.
gets the carry again.
Well, then that makes sense about what they told me they call him, which is not his name.
Paniotu just back to the line of scrimmage, so it remains 3rd down and 8. Clock rolling.
I don't know if this is coming from the concession stand here tonight or what, or I'm having a stroke. I'm smelling waffle cones. I don't know how.
I can smell something being cooked up, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Maybe it's the oil from the kettle corn. Maybe that's it.
Smells good, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd down and 8.
Here.
3:20 left to go. Branham rolls left, has a receiver there just across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That was Polito Torres again on that reception.
So
that'll bring up 4th down and less than a yard. Panthers need to get to the Ike 48-yard line. Ball is at the 48.5. Panthers open a 1st down here. We'll just salt this one away, right, Brandon?
That's what you want. You get it across here, and then you're in victory formation.
Twitch push.
Up to the line of scrimmage, right?
Up. The running back moved.
Ball start against the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
Sophomore's first time in a situation like that. He was itching to get in there and help with that push.
So 4th down and 6 now instead of 4th and short. And here comes the punting unit on now for the Panthers. .229 left to go. And the kick is away by Garcia. Rolls around inside the 15, still rolling, and it's finally down at the 13-yard line. So Ike will take over from there. And you know, let's talk field position a little bit. Ike and their possessions this half, their own 20, their own 11, their own 20, their own 13. On the other side of things, the Wenatchee's had it at the Ike 44, the 49, the Ike 40, and their own 42.
There you go, you know, and
it's a game of field position.
Sure, and you know, hindsight now, you know, they tried that sneaky onside in the first half that they almost pulled off, didn't get it, and that was a scoring drive for Ike. But if they had just kicked it deep, you know, it's one of those gambles that you take, and I think it was the right call. You saw something on film that you could take advantage of, and they were that close to doing it.
You know, I almost thought when they tried it that they almost showed their hand a little too early in this game. Maybe wait a few more possessions and give that a try.
It's a good time when you're right after a score.
Well, it is.
You're on their heels a little bit,
right,
and you sneak another one. But, you know, it didn't work out. And
right.
They had a rough first half, and as good as Ike was in the first half, the Panthers were in the second half, and came out of that locker room with a much better mindset. And like you said earlier, the momentum after that first half touchdown at the end just changed everything.
It really did. This is the 6th possession now for Ike in this half. 4 punts and a fumble so far this half for the Cadets. Ball is being moved back now, it looks like, to the 7-yard line. And the Cadets will start from there. 1st down and 10. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go, 4th quarter. The snap, Spurrier. Handoff up the middle. New running back in there. Nice run, too. Still fighting for yardage. Almost gets 1st down yardage. Antonio Castillo, the sophomore, in there now on the carry. In fact, 10 yards on that carry. 1st down for the Cadets.
Panther defense will do that. Keep everything in front of them. If they're going to run the ball,
let them run it.
Yeah,
That's
let them
right.
run it. Let's just, you can see our free safety, Griffin Butler, there is about 15, 16 yards deep.
Now we've got a wildcat formation or something. One of the big linemen has it.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's number 30. I don't think he's a lineman, but he's a big boy out there. Number 30 is Eagle McClellan, 6'1", 260 pounds. And he is listed as a quarterback / linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah, he's their backup quarterback, believe it or not.
Lost 2 yards on that play, make it 3 yards. 2nd down and 13. Clock moving. Lots of substitutes in there now on both sides of the football. The big man, McClellan, stays in there at quarterback.
We're going to run out of time here for us to finish up the broadcast before we get to the news. So as soon as the game's over, I'm going to grab Benjamin Cook here.
Okay. Handoff again up to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5 on that run play. On the carry was Castillo again. Clock moving now as we approach 40 seconds left to go.
Okay, cameras. Watch Coach Mitchell. Sideline. Around the 30.
Looks like the players are lining up to get him down there, Eric. You're right. Castillo again on the handoff. Boy, not much there. Does manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will do it. And they got him. First win of his career as Wenatchee head coach Ryan Mitchell, and he gets his first Big 9 victory as well. And that is our final score. It's Wenatchee 42 and Eisenhower 21. Eric, you're going to try and grab him now, or should we take a short break?
Yep, I'll get him.
Okay. Tell you what a half, Brandon, for the Panthers here. Just unbelievable second half. It was a total domination. The Panthers score on 3 possessions in the half. And meantime, Ike, 4 punts and a fumble in the second half. After we were tied at 21 at halftime, the Panthers shut out the Cadets completely in that second half. So a nice effort, not only on the running game for the Panthers, but also the defense in the second half.
All right, I'm going to gather him up at midfield here.
So Ben Cook is our player of the game, and Eric will be visiting with him. Boy, he had a great game on both sides of the ball. He's a good choice.
Well, 3 sides of the
I'll face
ball.
you this way, Benjamin. Well, what a game tonight. Started off with that kickoff return. Tell us what happened there.
Sure, I just got amazing blocks from my teammates. I had total confidence in them the whole way, and they just set it up beautifully.
Talk about your 2 touchdown catches. Look like very similar plays on your pattern. Looked like you had that guy no matter what was going to happen.
Yes, sir. That's a super hard route to cover because I'm going deep. It looks like they're going to throw it right over the top and then come back, hit the front pylon. Amazing throw by a quarterback, and yeah. Yep.
What does this mean to get a Big 9 win for your coach tonight? I saw that you had the Gatorade bath for him.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, we expected it. We came out to play. That second half was definitely amazing because we didn't let them have any points. But moving on to Moses Lake next week, I hope we keep the momentum going, sir.
Well, congratulations on the big win tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Right, there you go, Benjamin Cook. 3 touchdowns tonight, 1 on a big kickoff return, 2 receptions for touchdowns as well.
All right, we will take a 60-second timeout. We will come back and take a quick look at stats and wrap it up here from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl right after this.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
All right, we're back at the Apple Bowl where the Panthers have just defeated the Eisenhower Cadets by a final of 42-21. Boy, the difference was the second half. We were tied at 21 at halftime. Panthers score on 3 of their 5 possessions in the second half, and Ike goes scoreless on their 6 possessions in the second half. What do we got quickly for stats, Brandon?
Yeah, Moses Spurrier ended up with 18 carries and 133 yards and 3 touchdowns, 104 of that in the first half. He was 8 for 17 for 49 yards passing. Grayson Sartain had 8 carries for 37, and John Cunningham had 8 carries for 24. At home, the Panthers, Ryan Branham ended up at 16 for 114 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Finn Matheson carried the ball 22 times for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. As we just heard, Ben Cook, 4 catches, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns, an 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And then Griffin Butler had 2 catches. One of those was a 32-yard bootleg for a touchdown. And Martin Diaz had 3 catches as well for 21. All first down catches, important ones.
It was a tale of 2 halves. It really was.
It's a cliche, but it certainly was.
It really was.
2 completely different halves for both teams.
Big first win for Coach Mitchell and a big win for the Wenatchee Panthers as they defeat Ike by a final of 42-21. Want to thank everybody involved in this broadcast tonight. Our studio producer, Malcolm Whitehall. Line producer, Tucker Wagner. Cameras, Dan Coons, Cagney Fox, Paul Collard, William Eisenhart, and Tim Bronowski, and we want to thank everyone for making this possible. It takes a village, and we had a village here tonight. So once again, our final score, Wenatchee 42 and Eisenhower 21. I'm Grant Olson. On behalf of Brandon Harle and Eric Granstrom, have a great night, everyone. 2nd and goal. Fake handoff, Flugie. Devereaux's going to keep it and get in the end zone.
Thanks for watching live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast has been a presentation of our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage was also brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Be sure to follow local sports on our website or through our app for Apple and Android devices at ncwlife.com. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
There's